There we go. Fuck it, we're doing it live. What's up, everybody? I need to like grease this thing. You can hear it. I don't like that. Evolve into two hell of a guys. Fuck. Oh, what's everybody up to? Stop playing? Can't stop, won't stop. Honestly, so the idea was at first to play the Resident Evil 2 first person remake that Pero Autonomo made. Except, so a commenter told me that he did the entire game, but then it turns out there's only like 35 minutes worth of gameplay in that. I was wrong, so the casting couch it is, look at that. That's a fucking couch right there. Yeah, so I can't do that, but Operation Raccoon City is sort of my go-to when I'm bored. And to be honest with you, I fucking love playing it. So, I mean, there's like, why wouldn't I? It's the best fucking game ever. It's so damn good. Except for it might be fucked up right now. I'm gonna have to check out my task manager. Other than that, what's everybody been up to? What's been going on? I heard the new Stalker remaster thing on PC is garbage, but that sort of makes sense. Where are you? It wouldn't be under R, no. Okay, maybe it's good now. Let's find out. There we go, baby. I have 96 hours in this fucking game. Jesus. Happy to catch the stream. What did I miss? Absolutely nothing. I'm about to switch over to... Okay, now there we go. I have to fuck around with my macros because I make it so that it mutes my mic every time I change it. Oh. That's far too loud. What year does this game take you back to with the nostalgic? Honestly, it's not even a nostalgia thing. I enjoy it in present day. Like, it's genuinely a really, really fun game. You guys can't stop me. Yeah. So let's make sure everything's good. Oh, by the way, also check it out. Fucking dope ass Avalanche Reviews shirts. Fourth Wall. Look me up. Reverse or Resistance? No, I've actually never in my entire life played either of those iterations. And I feel like a fake fan. What do you guys think? Is that too loud? Or is that like good? A Polish metalhead, I will ask, did you check the new Behemoth album? Josine, there's a new Behemoth album? You didn't even fucking tell. Honestly, I did not. I had no idea it was out. My wife is the Behemoth head between the two of us, but I do have a Behemoth flag over there on my TV because I haven't hung it up yet, but I have a Behemoth and Watain flag that I'm going to put on either side of these walls right here. It's going to be sick. I tried both once each and it wasn't worth it. Yeah, for sure. Is this a dream or is he on early? Well, I'm for Cumby Lad, it's early. It's midnight here. Who knows where it is where you are? There's no way of figuring that out. Do you think the RE5 remake will be a co-op focused experience, or do you think they'll instead make it more like RE2 remake? You know, that's kind of tough. That's mega tough because, to be totally honest with you, I never really played it very much as a co-op game. I was always kind of into it for the, which I know makes no sense at all, but I would be okay with that in a sense, but at the same time, it's like, man, you can't do that. You sort of have to, if you're gonna remake the game, like if I'm gonna remain consistent, I have to say, like, come on, you know, you got to do it the right way. That being said, it'd be nice, you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if they made it just more of a single player kind of thing. And did like they did with RE4 remake, where they focused a little more on the sort of drama and the dark kind of atmosphere versus the non-stop action. I mean, the action's going to be there whether we like it or not. Let's try Beltway. I don't think I played Beltway before. And we already have XP from the previous thing. When am I going to start an ASMR channel? Fuck, I would hate to do that. Totally Tubular Jonathan says, much love for the awesome videos. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad you like them. Last Starfighter, you were right. And you were actually correct, even if we're talking just without friends. So I don't... Do I ever get... Fuck it. I mean, we have enough EXP. Let's just do it. Reduces time it takes to restore all selectable abilities by 2 seconds. Oh, disable mines? Okay. Okay, so it's detonated by holding Z, detonates all planted fragment. Okay. What if... Oh, man, it'd be cool. Oh, laser trip. See, that's what I need. Let's do laser trip. Fuck it. We're cruising, baby. Yeah, so we're going to do the laser trips. And we are going to pick a dope shotgun. Oh, we haven't unlocked anything. So let's do this fair. Let's... fuck. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's the cowboy shotgun. Okay. We have to do the cowboy shotgun because that's kind of the best. Accuracy goes down, though. But the cowboy shotgun's so fucking cool, though. Let's do... Okay, we'll do the perforator. Someone stop him already. I can't be stopped. I'm a man on a mission. This game does need a remake. I agree, Cumby Lad. Is that Jado Rose? Good morning to you. Skipping cutscenes because we don't fuck with that shit. Did you ever notice how choppy the frame rate is in these cutscenes? It's like they're only meant to play at 30 FPS, but some of the effects, like the blood, play out at 60. It's very odd. No meth, but I'm on Ritalin. Yeah, same thing. I forgot that I changed that. I should probably change that back. I was fucking around with it late at night, and I didn't think it would stick around. It did. And then I don't remember how I changed it. You guys tell me though, is the sound good, or should we turn the game down? I always thought this game felt bad. I have always enjoyed it. PC, console, I've just always gotten a kick out of it. Lupo's so fucking cool.
You mean Umbrella's T-virus?
No.
Hey, Avalanche just got to the stream. I'm curious, have you already talked about how inconvenient it is to get this game running currently because of Game for Windows Live? Norum, there is a Games for Windows Live fix for this game. It's just a drag and drop. I think it's a .dll. You can just throw it in the install folder and you're good. No more problems. Sounds good? Hell yeah. Audio's good. E3 footage vibes, yeah. Honestly, the Xbox 360 era sucked in a lot of ways, but in terms of just like overall hype, there was some cool stuff going on, you know? There was some hype ass shit going on. We should turn down sensitivity, and then also I forget all my key bindings. Okay, so left control and Z. That's gonna be real easy to remember. Vision mode. I'm not gonna need to fuck with that. Use grenade. Grenade toggle. Okay, there we go. It's the number keys. All right, easy enough. Okay, sick. The only reason we have Games for Windows Live removal tools because Fallout 3's insane modding community. Oh, really? That's kind of dope. Oh, wait, we were going to turn down the... I forgot. I'm an idiot. Customize. We want auto aims off. Good. Target lock. Sticky reticle. What does that do? Mouse sensitivity. It's already pretty low, but... Is that too low? Might be too low. Also, we're playing at 60 FPS, which feels really gross. I feel like such a fucking PC dork when I say that, but it genuinely feels gross as hell. Guardian Beardizer, what's up, dog? How you doing?
Enemy contact. Open fire.
Enemy contact. Hold up, guys, while I shoot at them with a shotgun from very far away. Got him. I'm the best. Yo, he dove. Illegal. Okay, that was a straight up headshot. I shouldn't have chose the shotgun. That was a mistake. I see that now. I hate it when games give you cover, but they make it so that you can still get shot when you're behind cover. It's like you gotta pick a fucking lane. Who's shooting that? Don't cut it out.
Alright, let's move.
Speaking 360 era, I began replaying the first Assassin's Creed the other day. To be honest, I was blown away at how much it holds up. You know, animation-wise, that fucking game is a marvel in terms of coding. It's incredible how they got those animations to be so fluid and so universal. God, this shotgun is not... Maybe that's why I like the cowboy gun. Maybe that's what it was. It's the range of this thing. Let me shoot you, please, in the head. Thank you. This game. Listen, the one thing that I will not tolerate in this chat, you can say some of the worst shit on earth, but you can't talk shit about Operation Raccoon City. It's too good. It is too good. It's too badass. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm shooting people with shotguns. Name another game where I could do that. Go ahead, try. You can't do it. When we get in Hello Kitty Island Adventure review, is that a real game? I'll play it. Fuck it. You think I have standards? Come on, I'm a YouTuber. I guess the shotgun would be good for like close up with the zombies, but this is not a very good gun for what I'm currently doing.
We've got a location on Dr. Birkin. He's just entered his lab. Get in there and obtain those virus samples.
But I'm not gonna stop.
Roger, Command. Proceeding to Birkin's lab. Stay focused. Birkin's already set up an exchange with the U.S. military.
Yeah, I bet he has.
Operatives before this is over.
Tell me about it in a voice like this. Yo, you got killed by a blind fire from a shotgun. Idiot. fuck. Someone heal me. I need it. Bertha. I need you. I don't know how to heal myself. I have forgotten the ways.
Hold still.
I don't know how I did that. I didn't mean to do it, whatever it was. I finished this game twice. I have 97 hours in this piece of shit game. I don't know what keeps me coming back, but I fucking love it, man. It's so good. But it's bad. But it's good.
Don't forget your training. If they get too
They need to have slugs more common in shotguns. Absolutely. Stalker's the only game that I can think of off the top of my head that actually makes slugs like a usable thing you can fuck with. Yo, while diving, fuck off. Fuck off. I that was so cool. Okay, seriously, I want you to talk shit. After seeing the hell that I've wrought, that was so fucking sick. Indie Mouse, what's up, man? How you been doing? Oh, fuck, I forgot to put it out. I got a... I was hanging out with some buddies in Shibuya, I think, and I was wearing your sweater, and I got a pic with them. I need to put it on Twitter. We gotta pump the stock. I am being unironic, though. I truly do love this game. I want nothing more than to play this game forever. This game gets so much hate. It'd be a breath of fresh air nowadays. Both the campaign, fun with friends, addicted to heroes mode, best RE multiplayer. Yeah, for sure. Well, okay, do we count, you know, like RE5 and... Oh, shit. Did I not? Oh, that's right, because I started a new campaign. Why can't I fuck with you? Is it because I'm by myself? Oh, maybe I already got it. I don't know. Who cares? Snake's Revenge is your guilty pleasure? Yeah, I mean, people hate that game. I don't know. It was fun enough. That was the first time I ever heard of the Metal Gear Solid series with Snake's Revenge. I remember playing it at a buddy's house. That and Ninja Gaiden. I need to set up like a friends game with this because I'm pretty sure we can use one of those, you know, one of those like apps that you could spoof a LAN connection with, because you have to get rid of games for Windows Live to be able to play it right now. I need to get a Operation Raccoon City game going because this shit is too fucking fun.
guard this door.
Giant's Grave Gaming, how you doing, man? What's up?
You.
What apartment can you get for 2.5K a month in Tokyo? Well, honestly, with the exchange rate of the USD compared to the yen, you could get a house monthly for around about that much. I know by experience. Game looks fun. There are far other bad spin-off Resident Evil games besides it, for sure, yeah. We're getting fucked. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay, now that they're... Yes, and then burn... Oh, this is gonna be... That grenade took a million years to detonate. Just let him get up one time. A single moment. What'd I say? What'd I fucking say? Oh fuck. Don't. They turned my explosions against me. Remember Umbrella Corps. Truly, like really and truly. I mean, so the storyline has such potential because it really does stay sort of quasi, could be confused for canon for a while, right up until you meet up with Claire and Leon. I mean, this game is, it's so much better than people give it credit. It really is. I'm tired of pretending it's not. Okay, I think it's the number 2 that heals me. So what have you been up to, man? Last time I caught you online, we had a nice metal name dropping session. Still doing that. I just got a bunch of flags. There's an obituary flag up here, a dark funeral flag over there, and I've yet to hang up my behemoth and Watain flags. I've been going through a flag era. I'm all about my flags now. Hey, Jared, Bitbox Gaming. Oh, shit, what's up, man? Hell yeah. Finally got back to making content, including an RE retrospective. Dude, that's my territory. You stay away. How dare you? We've had this discussion. We've carved out areas that we're not going to fuck with each other in, and then you disregard our... Oh, here we go. That's dope, man. So what's the... Okay, new name, XPLR Gaming. What does the XPLR stand for? Exemplary. Is that how you say that? This game is a result of Capcom spamming randomized hunk in the RE character creator tool. I think that the look of the characters in this game are so fucking cool. All of the like fluorescent lights around the eyes and face, and it's so fucking sick. I really do enjoy the hell out of it. I saw Dark Funeral, Septic Flesh, and Thy Antichrist in Baltimore. Fuck, Septic Flesh is so fucking good, dude. Dark Funeral is like... Oh, you know what I'd love to do is when I'm feeling like I need a little bit of... like a pick-me-up, I'll watch like Dark Funeral drum playthrough videos because god damn, that dude kills. Does not stop blasting, ever. Speaking of which... You guys don't know, but that was the funniest joke ever. How do you feel about the UE5 remake of this game? What? Oh, how would I feel about a UE5? I mean, anything. Giving this game more love, I'd be mega down. It's a really good game. Like, it's genuinely fun. Yo, Sega CD Universe. How's it been? Mr. Vampire Mike, how you doing, dude? Okay, so he doesn't look great, but he doesn't exactly look terrible, you know what I mean? Got him. Yeah, the cinematic trailer for this game is out of control. It's so good. That was back when people were putting so much more effort into their game trailers and their games. Like the Dead Island era. Which is yet another game that I, still to this day, I'll die on the hill, but that was a really fun fucking game. It was really good. You fucker. I was trying to blow you up. I'm a genius. I'm the best. 3. Yo. Healed, ready to go. Alright, the door's opening. Lorna Shore's drummer's even faster. Even using triggers is kind of cheating. Oh, yeah. You know how it is with soft beaters. But still, come on. I don't know. Lorna Shore's drummer is very good. I would say probably one of the fastest, most proficient drummers I've ever seen before was Flesh God Apocalypse. That guy is wild. Spec Ups. I didn't mean to help you. Flesh him out. You run in. Pop him. Boom. I'm telling you, listen, this game is truly so fucking fun. It's impossible to play this and not have the most fun. Like, look, I'm trying my hardest to be negative about this. I can't. It's too good. Yeah, I thought that this streaming at this time would be the worst idea ever, but a lot of people are coming in feeling it. I like it. Speaking of Dead Island 2 is free right now in Epic. Oh, nice. I really enjoy 2 as well. 1 had the better atmosphere, but 2 is fucking fun as shit. Damn. Stab that boy up. Yeah, a lot of people finally awake for a stream. I'm liking it. All right, hell yeah. We got a new, well, not new, let's say different. Oh, yo, I was so close. I was so fucking close. I had the reticle aimed. I keep forgetting that you can just hip fire in this game. Keyboard and mouse all day. Giant's Grave. What else have I been listening to lately? A lot of slam. Like Peeling Flesh has been steady in the rotation. Snuffed on Sight. I really like them. Volcano. They're more like, yeah, they're kind of slam, like beat down. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Are these liquors in here as well? Since yeah, there are liquors in this game. I would say the real, like, liquors aren't too big of a threat in this game compared to the hunters. The hunters are fucking terrible. It's about 4 p.m. in the UK. Oh, nice. All right, so we got a nice UK-friendly time. That's good. Underrepresented area of the audience. Flush him out. Oh, I guess I threw it too far. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, leave it out, idiot. I never played more than an hour of this. Oh, fuck. I wasn't paying attention. OSW Review, what's up, my man? Hell yeah. How you been, dude? OSW Review, for those that don't know, longtime supporter of the channel. Very much appreciated, man. You've been with me forever. Also, all of my friends who dig wrestling watch your stuff. So, I get to kind of like brag to people. It's like, oh, that guy? Yeah, you know, me and him talk. No big deal. It's very interesting. I don't personally get into wrestling outside of just, you know, a general kind of like, oh, that's fun. I'll go to a match every once in a while. I went to a hardcore underground match here in Tokyo recently, and that was mega fun. But like, I don't follow wrestling. It's not something that I necessarily like put my time into. But my Twitter feed, I guess I just follow like nothing but people who get into wrestling. I keep hitting the opposite. Yeah, anyways, my Twitter feed is literally just all wrestling stuff. And I swear it's not on purpose. Gears of WOS. This is way better than that, but pretty much that. Shoot him. Bertha. Yeah, fuck off. There we go. There we go. Cheers, mate. Oh, Jay. Yeah, that's right. You told me that last time. Jay it is. So it's really weird when you're dashing, I guess, when you're sprinting, you can only control yourself with the mouse, which feels really strange.
Come on! Birkin injected himself with the G-Virus. There's nothing you can do. Get out of here and make a full report to management.
Yeah, no joke. Really and truly, Jay, my buddy Brooks is huge into wrestling, and my buddy Ray, they're both mega, like, fucking huge into wrestling. And I will name drop you pretty frequently because it makes me feel big and powerful around them. Out of curiosity, did you check out that channel I told you about at the end? Refresh my memory. What is it? When you say wrestling, is it American stuff or New Japan? I've seen both. We're getting rid of the perforator. That game sucks. I went to the only match that I can remember I went to was John Cena wrestled that one guy with the curly hair. Fuck, what's that fool's name? He's like, that makes no. I was gonna say he's jacked as fuck. That doesn't explain anything. Dark curly hair. Fuck. He has like a catchphrase. It's like, it's not witness me, but it's something like that. Glitch Axis. I don't remember. Let me check it out real quick. Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot if I alt tab it does that. That's fine. Let's look him up real quick. Glitch Axis. Is that a channel? Did I say? Hold on. Wait. FF Music video clips. I can't find them on here with any music. Let's just type in Final Fantasy and say fuck it. I am not seeing anything on YouTube. A bunch of Final Fantasy glitch tutorials. Roman Reigns, acknowledge me. That was it. So I saw him and what's his ass. I saw them have a match. That was pretty dope. In America right before I moved here. But I've never seen any NJPW stuff. I've only seen like the hardcore underground stuff. Oh, without spaces. Okay. Let me check it out and see. We have just about 100 subs, so let's look them up. As a matter of fact, here we can maybe turn down this and have your guys' stuff playing. Let's see. Mets Gaming, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're doing things EU friendly now. Here, let's skip this and let's check out Glitch Axis. We can't skip it. Apologies for everyone asking about wrestling. No, it was a cool match. There was a girl wrestling who was kind of short. And I think her thing was that she was supposed to be a superhero or a supervillain. I think she might have been Irish or something. That was pretty entertaining. It was dope. It was a fun time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then the underground match that I saw was fucking wild. There's this one guy, he was like the headliner. His like something monkey, like Crazy Monkey or something like that is his name. EU friendly, does that mean we refer to everyone as twats? Yes. If it were Australian friendly, we'd use cunt more often. So yeah, I think it's hold on, let me look it up real quick. I think his name was like Crazy Monkey or something like that. It was something monkey.
Move out! Our objective is to reach City Hall.
I can't believe I'm
Let me, hold on, let's see. I have to look this up now.
What happened during the week that they must redeploy us? We won't be extracted until we can sufficiently cover up Umbrella's
He is
involvement
just
in this.
covered in scars because all he does is the hardcore matches. Yeah, his like nickname is Crazy Monkey. His real name is Jun Kasai. Yeah, so I saw that guy. That was a wild fucking match. That was insane. Oh yeah, that's right. We were also real quick. We have to alt tab out. Let's say glitch access with no spaces. There you are. That's a cool logo. Let's choose, what are we gonna listen to? Weapon Raid. Oh, you got FF8 music as well. Nice. Okay, let's do Bombing Mission. We'll play Bombing Mission, and then we'll go into my mixer and turn Raccoon City down. We are listening to Glitch Axis right now. So it's a double-sided blade. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. It's starting. The music's starting. Don't worry. It's coming. Is this game offline? It is technically. You have to use a Games for Windows Live patch, essentially, to play it. Music-driven game clip. This is really cool editing. Let's hold on real quick. Since we're gonna fucking watch it, let's watch it. We will. You're not supposed to do this because then people could see what you've been watching, but fuck it. Let's do it. Oh, this is sick. Okay. Chunkasai, that's deathmatch. Yeah, that guy's fucking insane. He's got like 6 teeth in his mouth. It's wild. This is really cool. AI upskilled OG FMV cutscenes. I like that transition. Yeah, like that RGB transition. That's sick. Now we gotta do meme reviews. No, see, because I think everything's funny. So like, Avalanche, that's my name. See? This was all self-promotion the whole time. Yeah, see, exactly. Josine's right. I can't do a meme review. I laugh at all of them. Is this a 60 FPS patch for the PC version? Because that's way smoother than it normally is. Like, mega smooth. I won't lie to you, when me and Josine first started up the remake of FF7 and played through the first, like, 4 hours in one night, which at the time we both had jobs, so that's actually a big deal. I genuinely had to, like, fight back. Really an honest, like, fucking a tear in my eye, because it was just so incredible to see all of these scenes in the remake taking place, right? But fuck me, did that game make me hate it towards the end. You don't remember Cloud being in Resident Evil? Of course not. You're not a true fan. That's sick. Okay, that's fucking dope as hell. We're checking out Glitch Axis for anybody who's just now joining us. Yeah, Josine's been really getting into the Oblivion remaster. This is very cool, Glitch Axis. I like the combination of the original and the remake this is dope stuff, man. This is really, really cool editing. I mean, genuinely, like, I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I would not be able to perform that kind of video editing on my stuff. I may get more people watching my videos if I was able to. That shit's dope as hell, dog. I love the remakes as well. Overall, a lot of more positives than negatives. See, I'm kind of on the opposite end of that. I really and truly feel like, for me personally, there was a lot of positives at the start, and then it's all negatives for me. I really do not like the story rewrites. I don't like the idea of Sephiroth, like, making large appearances in what is essentially the first disc of the game. I don't like the idea of, like, Kingdom Hearts style fighting the physical manifestation of fate. I am not a big fan of the remake, and it kills me because I knew that I wasn't going to get like a turn-based JRPG, right? I had made peace with that, although I still maintain that it would have sold well as a turn-based JRPG, given games like Persona and fucking what's the name of that game? Not Momentum.
Get your weapons ready.
I completely forget the SMT RPG. My wife was playing it for a while. I completely forgot it. But anyways, there's a lot of really good JRPGs that are turn-based that are doing really well. So I don't understand why Squaresoft believes it's like, oh no, we can't make money off of this shit anymore. We have to change the entire way the series works. And I'm like, okay, I get it for new entries, but if you're going to remake one of the most beloved video games of all time, come on, man. I don't really subscribe to the idea of, like, you know, why make the same game again? Because it's a remake, and that's what it fucking means. I don't like the idea of, like, a remake doesn't need to follow the original. It's like, it does. I feel like changing up major events to the point, I mean, like, I could understand, for example, I really liked how they focused more on, what's her name? The member of Avalanche in the remake, in episode 1. I completely forget her name. Oh shit, this is dope. Fuck it, let's do the light machine gun. She dead? Yes. Okay. RE1 is the only remake that surpasses the original counterpart, in my opinion. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's the best remake ever made, I think. I remember the Cowboy Shotgun being way better than this, but also I'm going to have to put my sensitivity back up. Because when I aim in with this shotgun only, I'm unable to move barely. Okay. That we'll have to do. Jess, thank you. Yeah, so like they really focused more on her, and that was fun. I enjoyed that part. I would enjoy more additions, but it's more about the deletions. You know what I mean? It's about the stuff that they took out of the game that really fucking gets me.
Access the security room and override it.
You know, like I have Final Fantasy VII tattoos up the entirety of my left arm. Like I really, really, if you poke me, I bleed that series. I fucking love Final Fantasy VII. And sure, I was going to have a bias no matter what. But I just really feel like they fumbled the remake. And I don't think that I will get a lot of... wait, why can't I put it down? I don't think that my opinion will change if I play the second episode. I genuinely feel like there's no saving it for me. I haven't watched any reviews. I don't know anything about it. And I do plan on playing it eventually, but the first episode had such a a bad taste in my mouth that I have no desire to hurry up and play episode 2. You know what I mean? Yeah, RE2 remake is a significantly better remake than FF7 by a long shot. Okay, so this is the fun that I remember in this game. There's something about the only having 2 barrels that really fucking... It takes what is normally a shooting gallery and makes you kind of play a little differently, which is nice. Hey, King Grogu, what's up, man? You don't like the aiming in this game? I can understand that completely. It is actually really bad. What did... Does anybody... She's still doing it. She's gone rogue. She's working for the fucking enemy. Holy shit. Salos 94. I truly, unironically agree that Twin Snakes is a much better remake than FF7. I really do mean that. People give that game so much shit. People are mad. They're like, oh yeah, but Solid Snake doesn't actually like jump in the game. It's like, who fucking cares? He's doing a backflip off of a missile. How can you not like that? What's the matter with you? It's not like the first one was grounded in reality. You know what I mean? It's like, I could understand if the first game was a really grounded, like, military shooter or something like that. But there's a guy that can read your mind through your memory card inputs. We really can't be painting that game with it needs to not have backflipping missiles thing. And if that is the case, then, like, Twin Snakes shouldn't have been as popular as it was. Not Twin Snakes, not Sons of Liberty. Yeah, Sons of Liberty. Wait, what the fuck was the subtitle for MGS2? I think it was Sons of Liberty. I feel like there's a lot of ridiculous shit in Metal Gear games that people will accept, but when it's Twin Snakes, they won't. And that's my issue. If someone's fully consistent and then they watch cutscenes in other Metal Gear games and they're like, I don't like that because it's too unrealistic, it's like, all right, fair enough. I can disagree with you, but at least you're being consistent. But I'm liking FF7 Rebirth, but I gotta admit, they did stuff with it, a lot of stuff that can be nice or not, depending on your play style. You know, it wasn't necessarily the mechanics of Remake that bothered me. I could, you know, there was a portion, a bit in the sewers before we went up to the Shinra Tower that was a little annoying. I kept getting turned into a frog. I didn't have the right equipment loadout. No big deal. I didn't find the gameplay to be a problem. I think you could have told a very similar story to the original while keeping that same, you know, action RPG Final Fantasy 15 inspired type of gameplay, because that was fun. For me, it was all about story. It was 100% a story issue. Oh, okay, you have to be up against like a surface to plant those. All right, I got you. It won't let me aim. Okay, now all we have to do is let him come over here. It won't let me aim around the corner. Yo, they killed me. What the fuck? How do I feel about the spin-off stuff? It depends. I liked Dirge of Cerberus, honestly. I thought Dirge of Cerberus was pretty fun. It was like really janky and fucked up, but it was also fun. What else? Crisis Core was really fun for a portable game. I think the HD remaster is pretty garbage. There we go. I really like this gun a lot. I like just quick scoping motherfucker. Popping. Okay, so we got Sons of Liberty, Snake Eater, Guns of the Patriots, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain. Okay. You know, interesting. A lot of times I catch flack for liking Part 2 more than Part 3. They're both great games, but I felt like Part 2 was a little more focused on where I could go. It just doesn't make any sense. It's an aesthetic complaint at heart, but there's something about the jungle location for like 2/3 of MGS3. It kind of makes it feel less. It's almost like it's too open, and I got fatigue playing it. It's so hard for me to explain. It doesn't make any sense, but I felt like I had an easier time from a progression standpoint on MGS2. Fuck. I think I would have probably preferred the same gameplay and approach that FF7 took if it was a spin-off game. You know what I mean? Like, if you would have made the Crisis... Like, if you would have remade Crisis Core and that's how you did it, it would have been great. But again, it's like FF7 is one of the most beloved video games of all time. It's not just like, oh, Jared likes it a lot. That was the standard that turn-based role-playing games were held up to for years and years and years after it was released. And then when they decide to remake it, they're like, okay, we have to be very respectful to the legacy of this game, which means altering every single thing about it, including its story, its gameplay, every single thing. It's like, okay, I don't understand how from a business standpoint that made sense to you. Like, I run my fucking YouTube channel better than Squaresoft runs its company. And that's saying something, because I'm an idiot on YouTube. On the Metal Gear Solid front, though, it has been a very long time since I played any of those games. So it is possible I'm running off of an idea that I made for myself a long time ago that has no basis in reality. Which is, honestly, like my default state. Story isn't altered, it's expanded. Ah, dude. You can't say that when they take out key components of the story and replace them with other things. The alterations is one thing. I feel like straight up omissions is another. I feel like you really take away a lot of the impact of the Sector 7 the plate falling on Sector 7 when you make it so that no one died. Like, everyone got out safe. I mean, like, I'm not trying to say every story has to have the most, like, brutal, dark fucking plot line, but that was a really big motivator for Barrett and for everyone. It really showed how evil Shinra was. And then showing Shinra being willing to do it, but it failing, doesn't have the same effect, I think. Play it long enough, the Capcom's remasters it. That's what I'm going for right now. We're doing a hunger strike until Capcom agrees that this game is good. Howdy from Texas. Astro Boy, what's up, dude? I haven't seen your name in chat in a while. How you doing? This was a game where I said, wow, over-sexualizing to make up for bad gameplay, but now I kiss the sexualizing. I don't know. I didn't know how gay Zoomers would be. You know, I'm of two minds with that entire idea, because on one end, I enjoy, like, how would I describe this? Like, aesthetic sexualizing. Like, I'm fine with character models being very attractive and sort of like impossibly fit. They've got abs and, you know, really attractive proportions. I'm really good with all that. I just don't like sex in my video games. Like, actually, for example, like Mass Effect games or a lot of Western RPGs, Dragon Age series, stuff like that. Although Origins was great. But they will allow you to like bang party members or make sex like a major sort of component you can engage in. And like, I don't like that. And it's not because I'm like moralistic about anything, because I'm a fucking asshole. And I listen to nothing but like devil worshipping black metal. So it's not like I'm coming at it from a moral perspective. I just don't find that stuff to be like interesting in a story. And maybe it's because I grew up playing JRPGs where a lot of the sex was more visual and less mechanical. I don't find making sex into like story mechanics to be very interesting. So if you have like a character that's ridiculously hot, I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. But then when you give me the option to bang that character, that's when I'm like, no way, fuck that. It doesn't make any sense. It's weird for me too. There's just a sense of weird sadness to it in video games. Yeah, I don't know. It hits me as like weird and like kind of like cringe to have like sex in video games. I mean, if there is maybe sex that takes place in the story, like there's a FMV cutscene and a character, you know, there's like romance or something. Like, okay, I could understand that, but I don't like using it as a mechanic. It doesn't. It's really hard to explain. It just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't get me going. There are certain mechanics that I can like be forced into liking. For example, I don't like cover shooters. I play the fuck out of this game because it's really fun. But the whole sex in video games thing just doesn't do it for me. I mean, if anybody else likes it, more power to you. I'm not like, you know, condemning motherfuckers for it. I don't give a fuck about it myself. Yo, the fucking... Oh, God, I wish I could fucking shoot while I was back dodging. That would be so sick. The Resi clones you cover, which are bog standard, but the propagandist is a big titty... God, that's the thing. If we, what was that called? The killing antidote. Honestly, game's pretty fun. She is incredibly like over sexualized. Like part of the mechanics are dressing her up all sexy, and that is also cringe. But it's like I don't have to engage with that stuff. But then if you were to like have a mechanic in the game where you find a partner and start a romantic relationship with them, I'd be like, okay, now it's lame. Now it's really fucking too much. Unfortunately, sex sells in America, movies, video games, books, but I definitely agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I think you can make sex sell as a physical attribute and less of a mechanical inclusion. You know what I mean?
Looks like Nikolai's handiwork.
What is he doing? Why allow all these people to be devoured?
But I think there's a big issue lately where people get the idea that if they don't like something that it needs to go away. And I think that that's sort of started more in the PS3 360 era. They're like, oh, I don't like the gray-brown color scheme. That needs to go away. And I don't like cover shooters. That needs to go away. And, like, I understand the idea behind it. It seems weird to just be like, okay, I won't play that anymore. I'm sure tired of these games. Like, okay, yeah, fair enough. I don't like them either. But, you know, there are people on, like, Twitter who are like, oh, games are getting too sexualized. They need to stop. And it's like, dude, just don't fucking play those games. Who gives a shit? I mean, like, I don't play modern video games anyways. So it's not like I'm missing out on anything. But I could just not play the stuff that I don't like, and that's fine. It's okay. There's plenty of video games that cater to the stuff that other people like, and that's cool. No problem with that. I won't buy them, you know? Just vote with your wallet. What are my thoughts on this game? I absolutely fucking love it, despite the fact that everybody hates it. Recently, one of the developers for Hoyoverse Games has blatantly said that he feels new characters have been extra sexualized to boost sales due to the economic changes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think that's been the case for a long time, and I don't think it's gotten any worse. I think at the very least, people become more conscious of it and less likely to do it because of that. I mean, I would say the opposite. People are purposefully making characters unsexually attractive because they don't want to get that stigma attached to their video game. So I kind of feel like if you're the kind of person who doesn't like sexualized video game character designs, life's probably pretty good for you right now. You're doing all right. Oh, that was so sick. I dodged the grenade. She gets hit by it. Fuck. Again, I don't play modern video games, so I could be wrong about that. But it does kind of seem like developers are trying their hardest not to run afoul of people who don't like over-sexualized video game characters. So I would say things are probably better than ever in that sense. If that's your, you know. Is this on Steam? I don't know if you could buy it anymore. But even if it's not, I mean, you should be pirating everything at this point. Video games aren't worth buying anymore. I keep hearing zombies. I think they're in the next room. Okay. Alright, he's turning. RE5's vomit filter, Deus Ex, HI's piss filter supremacy. Yeah, you know, I think that there are certainly times when that kind of aesthetic look like actually does pretty okay, and there's like a reason to have it, and it's a purposeful inclusion. You know what I mean? I still find it odd, though. I mean, if you have a bulky male with abs, etc., no one bats an eye. Oh, yeah. We're talking about the difference between sexualizing men versus women. Yeah, for sure. I mean, even I'm guilty of that. You know what I think was a really good game for playing things even in that sense? Kane and Lynch Dead Men. Those motherfuckers had beer bellies. They were losing their fucking hair. I've never felt more represented in my entire life than when I played that game. Yeah, we get them stuck. Ain't nowhere you can go now. Fuck it, kamikaze. Okay. I'm refusing to buy the new Doom because of Mick Gordon controversy. I think that's fair. It makes a lot of sense. That game probably was never going to be for me anyways. I didn't, you know, Doom 2016 was like, it was like, oh, this is good. But it wasn't anything special to me. I didn't have the same time with it that everybody else seemed to. But yeah, I'm a big believer in voting with your wallet. I just want a strong female protagonist who isn't forced to dress slutty for a fan base. Bring back OG Jill Valentine, Aya Brea, so on. Yeah, I can feel that. Yo, Dobu, what's up? Hold on. Nomi kai kara de kitanda yo. Wait, hold on. Oh, mada ashita. Not. Oh yeah, that's right. We are hanging out tomorrow, aren't we? What are we doing again? I forget. Oh, that's right. We're eating chicken. Kankoku no toriniku o tabemashou ashita. Have you seen the video by Sable Stew in which he claims that James was always abusive before Mary got sick and that Mary was a pure victim in the tragedy, and uses very poor examples to back the claims? That sounds about like YouTube fucking video essay slop. That makes sense. Here's the thing. I like the idea of like YouTube video essays as a sort of thought experiment, but I think people are starting to get the idea that they're more than that, and they're not. It really bothers the shit out of me. It's like, I mean, don't go stating shit as a fact and like make videos where it's like, this is a thought experiment. Wouldn't it be wild? You know, let's, you know, like a game theory. You know what I mean? Do something like that. I think that that's cool. Don't go around saying some shit that I fucking hate that. Yeah, James was always abusive. That's why she stayed with him for sure. Because of how abusive he was. That's why, like, one of her fondest memories was going to Silent Hill with him. Because of how abusive he was while they were there. You fucking shut up. I'm so tired of fucking YouTube. It's ruined everything. Which character? Beltway. James was a real. See you next Tuesday. Not gonna lie, I see half-hour-long Silent Hill 2 video, I click unsubscribe and report. Dobu's got the right idea. Me and Dobu sitting in a tree. Jared, you absolute mad lad. How long will you play? As long as it takes. Until it fucking works. I can't believe I have 97 hours in this game. It's so wild. I continue to play it. YouTube is great except for the YouTubers for sure. There's really good stuff out there right now, though. If you have, you know what? Let's do this. Let's shout out some fucking great YouTubers. Dungeon Chill is great. We just looked at Glitch Axis, who makes really good edits. Like, that's some unique shit. That's not some fucking run-of-the-mill, use Wikipedia for my research, video essay nonsense. Who else is good? Early Bird. Early Bird is really, really good stuff. Madular. I really like Madular a lot. Sean Johnson, very, very talented, great subject matter. Who else have I been off? Grimbeard, constantly watching Grimbeard, always good stuff. Trying to think of the YouTube channels that come across my feed that I actually click on. Listen to all my YouTube subs. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Early Bird is really, really good. She really, like, just... I mean, obviously the subject matter is up my alley for the most part. But just well-made videos, editing that's good, humor that doesn't feel forced and, like, TikTok-adjacent nonsense. You know what I mean? Eurothug 4000 is another good one, yeah. I want to make good video essays, but I get to thinking about the points I'm trying to make and end up stun locked into my own head arguing with myself. Honestly, welcome to being a YouTuber. That's how it goes. Boulder Punch, yeah. Boulder Punch is always really good. And again, thanks to, yeah, no problem, man. If I were to like somehow take account for the amount of time I spend in Twitter DMs, I would say 95% of it is talking to smaller YouTubers about capture cards or my writing process, or you know what I mean, just like little stuff that goes into making videos, how I capture stuff, my bitrate set, you know, like things that are kind of more on the technical side but have to do with just being a YouTuber. So I am very much a big fan of not closing the door on my way up, you know. Is there someone right? Oh no, okay, yeah, they're right there. Justine says we will unit soon. Subsistence says, hey Jared, I wanted to comment and let you know that I totally dig all your vids and content. This game was a gem in my eyes, one of my feel-good games just to tune out reality. That's what I'm doing right now. I gotta agree, absolutely. And thank you, man. I'm glad you're back, Dobu. It's been a while. It's cool that you and your girl finally get to come here too. You know, when Dobu first came here, he's like, yeah, you know, Tokyo's dope, but I don't know if I could ever live here. And now he's all like, yeah, maybe I might live here. Middle-aged lady wasted as fuck. Dude, that's the Dobu style. These guys are fucking wounding me every time I show my face. Is that Lalia or Ezzy? Maybe I'm saying it all the way wrong. Who knows? Either way, how you doing? Someone tried to stop you yet? Not yet. No one's bold enough to. They know what I get like. I'm emboldened. Fuck, get down. Get down, mother fucking. Okay, shoot him, then get. Okay. Don't get down now. I've changed my mind. Oh shit. Yo. Chill. Chill. Reload. Oh my god, this is the fucking. Honestly, this is so much fucking fun. Thank you, man. I've been following you for quite a few years, so I know that you're that kind of guy. That's why I wanted you to check it out, because I knew you'd have been fair and happy to give me feedback. Yeah, absolutely. I think because I do YouTube, I get really interested in people in their process, how they edit or how they like organize things, whether or not they play the game, then write a script, or write a script and then get the footage, like, you know, shit like that. So when people show me their YouTube channels, that's all I can ever think about. It's like, oh yeah, how they edit that, how they fucking... I like understanding things, and I like relating them to like the shit that I do. I think I'm just gonna stay back here because I chose Beltway. There's nothing I can do but do a little damage with a handgun from back here. Hell yes. Burn, motherfucker. You can play as Jill and Leon in this. I think there's like a multiplayer mode where you can play. No, maybe not. No, there's just the Spec Ops and then these guys. I could be wrong. Who knows? Jared is a man who loves Italian food and needs constant monthly top-up of spaghetti. Give me the lowdown on good Italian restaurants in Japan. That's tough. I don't know that I've been to like a great Italian restaurant here, but I will say... a lot of the places that you go here in Tokyo, they love a good carbonara, which is really fun. You'll see a lot of really fun Japanese takes on Italian food. Like there was a place me and Josine went to a while back that was carbonara udon. Fucking, I cannot describe to you how good that shit tasted. It is amazing. And they're big fans of bolognese sauce and stuff. There's a lot of Italian everywhere, but I don't know that I've went to a place that I would say is a good enough Italian spot I'd recommend it to people. Are you buying the new theory that Neil Druckmann is sabotaging the writing of Season 2 of The Last of Us so the game would be better appreciated? Because, my dog, the writing is rough. I still have not watched Season 1. I really want to, but I hear so much fucking bad shit all the time. I mean, I heard Season 1 was kind of universally enjoyed, but Season 2 everybody's hating, and that gives me like, man, I don't want to watch Season 1 now and get into it and then have Season 2 suck my ass. Yeah, I got you on both sides, idiot. Mute, no spoilers. Yeah, I for real, well, don't worry. Nobody tell me anything, because I do want to watch the series. But people are talking a lot of shit on it, and that brings me down, because I want it to be good. The Last of Us is one of the only modern video games that I truly played and understood the hype for. It's so common for me to play games like Halo or Gears of War or Assassin's Creed and go, yeah, you know, I don't understand why people enjoy this so much. But when I played The Last of Us, that was the first time where I got it. It clicked. You know what I mean? Did he say he had 90 hours on this? Yeah, you can't tell by the way I'm playing, huh? I do. It's sad and awful that I have 90 hours in this game.
Let's toast it.
Since you like underdog horror games, thoughts on Condemned 2? It feels like they used the original as a base and blended some extra edge, Manhunt style schizophrenia. I enjoy the second Condemned game. I feel like it suffers from a problem of being more... The biggest problem with Condemned 1 was that it got so wild and sci-fi at the end, and Condemned 2 kind of leaned too hard into that. But if you play the game and start it up accepting that that's the case, it's not awful at all. It's pretty fun. It's ridiculous and dumb, but it's like, that's kind of fun. I could be down with that, you know? Some of us have schedules to keep. Of course you do, Dobu. On vacation, chilling. Same here. I think that's the same story for everyone. The writing, Troy Baker, Ashley Johnson captured lightning. It really true. Like, and I'll say this also, don't spoil the second game for me, because I still haven't beaten that. It got kind of boring for me towards the end, but I do need to start it back up and continue it. That first game though, when I played it, it was a jaw drop kind of moment. It was like, wow. This is for real. Like, this is genuinely fucking amazing. This is on the level of cinema in terms of getting me emotionally engaged and doing it immediately. You know, that first hour of gameplay in The Last of Us is just, I mean, it should truly go down, not in the Guinness Book of Records or anything, but people should look fondly on that for the rest of the medium. Because I don't think we'll probably ever get another game that handles an emotional connection and a gut punch moment as well as The Last of Us did. Absolutely incredible. The spoiling Operation Raccoon City count? You can't spoil it. It's too good. Gotta hang out with my Japanese dad tomorrow. I thought I was your Japanese dad, Doku. I feel betrayed. Okay, so Eric too. At least it wasn't just me and Josine. You know, honestly, Josine was the one who was feeling it way less hard than I was. So I feel like if I started it up on my own, because when me and Josine start a game together, it's like, all right, well, I can only really play it when she's around. Well, look who we have here. Is that, oh no, I thought that was, he's definitely an Ashford, right? Interesting. Oh yeah, Fallout was really, really good. I enjoyed the hell out of that. It was a type of fan service that plays a good story. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be lurking. Dude, lurk away, man. Guardian Beardizer. Jared just finished watching Thrashing with Josh Brolin. Dude, Gleaming the Cube is so fucking good. Gleaming the Cube. It had its own theme song. Yeah, you don't get better than Gleaming the Cube, man. Gleaming the Cube is one of the best.
What the hell's wrong with you, Nikolai? Why'd you off your whole damn team?
Chad ORC. Dude, absolutely. Yeah, Gleaming the Cube is for real. That's where it's at. Somewhere, Mark. What's up, dude? We're seeing all the fucking old heads in here. Yo, the physics. So they got around to addressing the game for Windows Live workaround? No, I'm using a Games for Windows Live fix on this one. I have it like stored on my Mega storage just because it's so important to me to keep this around. But I'm sure if you guys Google Operation Raccoon City Games for Windows Live fix, you'll find it. I think there's a Steam forum post of it. But it's really and truly worth looking up because this game is so fucking good and it's so worth downloading a little DLL to drop in your install folder. The visual storytelling in this game is great. I see an enemy, I see bullets flying into their bodies. Truly revolutionary. Listen, we were talking about greatness with The Last of Us. Operation Raccoon City walked so The Last of Us could run. Windows Live stays during ORC, baby. Nah, we gotta take it off. "15 minutes that I'm gonna go. I've got the Cosmo Canyon vid in production. Who knows? There may be a line in there somewhere to thank some bearded dude. Hell yeah, fuck yeah, man. It's always good being in a YouTube video that isn't my own. I tell you what, send it to me on Twitter and I'll throw it out there. If somebody puts my name in a video, I have an excuse to share it. Those are the rules. Pong walked so that ORC could jog, so that The Last of Us could run, so that The Last of Us 2 could slam into a wall full speed. I really need to finish The Last of Us 2. I want to make a video on that game, and I sort of have an idea for a video in my head where the idea would be like, you know, The Last of Us 2 after all the controversy, because there is a really vocal group on the internet that hate that game, and there's a lot of people who just really defend it, and I would love to make a video just kind of, here's me completely unaware of everything that everybody hates, basically, and everything that everybody loves, and just like an honest take on it as a game. That's the idea. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I could have just ran through. I've been fucking around too long. Have I ever played Outbreak File 1 and 2? Yes, I have. I did a video on both of them. Very fun. They probably won't follow me, right? Guys, come on. Oh, no. Fuck. Reload. See, having the double barrel shotgun, the limitation causes the tension. It's great. I would love to see like a fan, not recreation, but like have somebody mod this game so that it's available for everybody. Like it would be nice if this becomes abandonware, where like nobody owns the rights to it anymore or something, so that the fans could pick it up, you know, fuck with the code, make some improvements here or there, like the Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition. I would love to see this game get that kind of attention. That'd be so amazing. Oh, fuck. Grogu side view. I accept cookies as my compensation. I know if there's anybody who does, it's you. Did you know, Grogu, that macaroons are sold in McDonald's here? Which makes a lot of sense, because Mac, you know what I mean? McDonald's macaroons. Genius. It's a very heavy game. It's kind of 20 hours of misery, and if you're not vibing with the revenge stuff, it's hard to stay motivated. Well, you know, I'm honestly down with that. Like, I'm fine with a really heavy subject matter and a lot of revenge and kind of dark ideas and shit. Like, I'm good with that. I just didn't find... So here was my issue, and again, I only played up to the point where I think her name is Dina, the chick with the big nose that's into Abby. Not Abby, Ellie. When they meet up in the movie theater, I played up to that part, and my big issue was that Dina, I think that's her name. I've been calling her that forever because she looks like an Italian Dina for some reason to me. But I didn't find her to be a very compelling character, and Ellie by herself doesn't have the same... She just doesn't have a rapport the way that she did in the first game, because she had a constant partner and the sort of fatherly connection she had with Joel. The back and forth isn't there. The dialogue isn't as engaging for me, so I kind of like checked out for a while because the characters that were present, they didn't do anything for me. And Ellie by herself, I get what they're trying to do with the story, with her essentially taking Joel's place, the passing of the torch, fucking media literacy, right? I understand that aspect of it. I just don't feel like it makes for a very compelling story to continue following if you don't have the balance there. And Ellie no longer has that balancing element, I feel like. Has this game come back on Steam? I don't think so. I just bought it a long time ago, so I keep it installed forever. I think if you bought it, you still have access to it no matter what, but just in case, I just keep it installed all the time. And then that way I don't have to reinstall the Games for Windows Live fix or anything. I would agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. Ellie is a great side character. I wish Tommy had played more of a factor instead of going solo. Yeah. It's just... I think what really sold The Last of Us Part 1 was the dynamic, and I need that to be present. That's what really got it for me. And, I'm not a dad, so I don't necessarily understand that part of it, but I think as like a guy, guys kind of naturally sort of have a desire to be like a protector type. It's really easy to put yourself into Joel's shoes because you see Ellie and you're like, fuck, I want to make sure that Ellie's okay. You know, she's such a compelling character, and Joel does such a good idea. He does such a good job of sort of portraying a protector type character. It just, all of it fits so well. And then The Last of Us Part 2, I kind of feel like you're giving up so much of what made that game so great. Lightning Hawk has shit for ammo though, right? Blood Frenzy's more. Fuck it, Lightning Hawk, why not? Okay, so we did the cowboy shotgun. Let's do SMGs. Let's fuck around with SMGs. Why is the damage so low? Oh, I guess because of the Blood Frenzy. Advanced or combat. Rate of fire, ammo. Okay. Let's do advanced. Fuck it. Damn, I thought you were the dad of survival horror. You know what? I'll take that. I will definitely take that. I do have 90 hours and not all the weapons because I only play it on stream and I don't buy any of them because I only use a few of them. Stop playing. Never. It's a bit sketchy, but I bought delisted games on G2A in the past. That's how I got MK9. Yeah, I've used G2A before. I've never had it fuck up on me or get a bunk key or anything like that. You mean to tell me trying to copy the plot of MGS2 in which you play as the character you want to play as Ellie for the intro of the game only to play as the villain of the story wasn't... that was one thing I always really defended. My wife hated Raiden, and I'm like, come on, Raiden's cool as fuck. He was a child soldier. Dude's a badass. Give the man his respect. I'm supposed to be doing a fucking voiceover tonight, and you guys have my throat hurting from talking too much. I hope you're happy. Don't expose me. You know, that is genuinely though. I've never been a like 100% kind of guy or like get all the achievements type of guy. There's a lot of games that I fucking love with all of my heart that I've only beaten like one time. I think I've beaten Final Fantasy Tactics maybe 3 times, and I might have 600 hours in that game combined. Because I'll just start up a game and play through it and then stop when I'm bored. Same thing with FF7. I've only beaten FF7 like 2 or 3 times, maybe 4. But I've probably started the game hundreds of times. It's so fucking good. But since I already know where it's going and stuff, I'll get to a certain point and then I can start predicting what each event's going to be. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good. You know what I mean? I think Raiden's cool too, but rug pulling an audience is super not good for a game. I think it made sense in MGS2 because it wasn't something that people had really seen. And I think by the time The Last of Us 2 came around, the reasoning behind it was so much less unique. It was we've all seen it done before, you know what I mean? I had a similar feeling with Dying Light. As corny as the first game was, it was very captivating with its story. Dying Light 2 couldn't hold my interest. I have not played Dying Light 2, and it's genuinely, I don't like how post-apocalyptic it is. What I liked about Dying Light is the whole city had been like sealed off from the rest of the world, and there was a centralized zombie apocalypse going on. I found that to be really cool, and you can tell that things had only just recently gotten as fucked up as they are, and that like really did it for me. And then Dying Light 2, it's like, okay, we're in like the jungle and everything's overgrown, and it just lost my interest completely. Dying Light 1, though, I remember I couldn't run that game on my PC because I had like a GTX 770 at the time or something. It was just not enough. And then my wife, who's just the best, and I'm not just saying that because she's in chat, but I remember maybe it was my birthday or there was some sort of a holiday that had come up, and she knew that I was kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to run it really well on my PC. So she bought it for me on PS4, and I played it on there. And I tell this story a million times because it's so fucking funny. But then she goes, "Oh yeah, did you ever end up liking that game Dying Light?" And I was like, "Yeah, I beat it. It was really good." And then I pulled up the game on PS4 to see what my playtime was, and I had like 110 hours in it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like that game a lot. Holy shit!" It's really good. I put another 100 hours into that on PC as well. That's a really good fucking game. No, we haven't triggered the audio bug yet. I don't think I see that bug anymore. I used to really bad on the console version, but here on PC, I don't think I've seen it come up. Okay, so now that we have the SMG, we have to turn the sensitivity back down. Oh yeah, wait, that was too much. Yeah, there we go. Arknark, what's up, dude? Yeah, Max House. That's exactly the idea. I like a recognizable post-apocalypse. I don't want a post-apocalypse that's so far gone that fucking human interaction has fundamentally changed, you know? Please allow me to shoot that. That's why I never play with this gun, because it fucking eats ammo. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a dope ass firearm there. Blast him. You know, I never played the game, that Mad Max game, but I love the movie Fury Road. That was sick as fuck. But if I'm gonna like play a video game in a post-apocalypse, I like it to be a world I can vaguely recognize. That's why I like 80s cyberpunk so much, because it was almost, you know, it was the far future, but I could see that future coming soon, versus stuff where it's so sci-fi that people have progressed past the use of like language or something, you know. No, that movie was amazing. I haven't seen the new one though. I've heard mixed things from people, but to be honest with you, with movie reviews, I almost can't listen to anybody. I've liked so much shit that people hated and vice versa. Like, I remember getting into that Birds of Prey movie. I thought that was pretty good. Everybody hated that. I'm a little bit of a, like, Black Canary stan, so maybe that's why, but... Okay, I guess... Oh, there we go. Indie Mouse is indeed here to steal the show. I've told him a million times, quit showing up, dude. You're stealing the fucking show all the time. I remember I messaged Indie Mouse when I was going to get my neck tattooed, and I was like, dude, I'm going to get my neck tattooed. Be honest with me. How bad does it hurt? And he was very, like, diplomatic. He's like, I'm going to level with you. It's pretty rough. I remember thinking, like, dude, you could have lied. You could have just said it was not that bad. Oh, nice fucking jaw, dude. Look at that. Looking good. Some people shit on Star Wars. They cannot be trusted. Man, I might be one of those people. I don't like Star Wars very much. But to be fair, I've never liked Star Wars, and I don't necessarily feel like, oh yeah, the new ones are like way worse. It's like, no, they're probably right on par. As far as like I think Star Wars movies are, the new ones are about just as bad as I thought the old ones were. Neck fucking sucks. Lower back ribs is ass. I've never got my ribs done, but my lower back I didn't even feel. Like that was like no big deal for me. And I don't know why. But that's how it is, man. Tattoos are so fucked. One person will be like, oh yeah, I got my fingers tattooed, no issue. My fingers were the very worst pain I've ever felt from a tattoo in my life. I have my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack done. And none of them were as bad as my fucking fingers. In Japan, do people despise you because of your tattoos? I despise them. I'm not in Japan. No, James, a lot of people really hype that up. And we talk about this pretty often. I found that not to be the case at all. Indie Mouse was here too, and he ended up making friends with people. So it's just, I think that's something that people on TikTok say, but they don't really know. It's people who don't live in Japan talking about, it's either people who don't live in Japan or don't have tattoos, I think, are the ones who are saying that, because I've never been treated badly. Old people seem to really like me. Spectre, that was on you completely. Yeah, people are nice to me. I've never had anybody kick me out of an establishment for having tattoos. No one's been rude to me. You know what I mean? I've never had any of that shit go on. So I kind of move back and forth between thinking everybody's lying or that like I'm somehow very, very special. Maybe in rural parts. See, that's the thing. I've been to rural parts of Japan as well. No issues whatsoever. I ate at this little mom and pop. This old woman by herself runs this curry restaurant in this very small village. And she was a really nice woman. I came in there tatted up like a motherfucker. I had my mom with me. And when we were done eating, I told her in Japanese, my mom said that your curry was amazing. And she was so fucking stoked to hear that. She rushed into her back room. She got some origami things that she had folded up and gave it to me and my mom and my wife as a present. So, you know what I mean? Like, even in rural parts of Japan, I mean, you're going to get, like, sly looks. People are going to be looking at you out of the side of their eyes and shit, but that's going to happen because you're a foreigner anyways. You're never going to escape that in Japan. You know, you make up, like, fucking not even a full percentage point of the population, you look weird here, no matter what. Like, my wife has red hair. That's just as crazy as having tattoos. They do it behind your back, maybe, but that's why I like it so much here in Japan. If people do have problems with me, I don't find out about it, so I'm good. Does everyone here live in Japan? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, this is the best RE game. By a long shot. Onsens, I've never actually tried to get into. So that could be a for real thing. I don't know. I've never, because everybody says it, I don't fuck with it. But, look at this guy. Spectre's just on point. Look at him. He never stops moving. He's ready to go. Norm says, you do have, one, a very good vibe. Thank you. Especially with your voice tone, your body composition, and two, an assertive looking disposition. Your beard imposes respect. My wife always says that. She's like, oh, you're scary. That's why people aren't mean to you. And there genuinely could be some truth to that. But you know what? I can't know that. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna continue thinking that people are just nice here. But you know, obviously, everyone's gonna respond to people differently. It has been my experience, though, that people in Japan are very kind, accepting people, even if they don't like you, which, you know, is certainly possible. It's very rare for a Japanese person to show that kind of thing, you know? Spectre Sweet in the air. Bro looks like a teddy bear. I am a teddy bear. That's the thing, man. You're the alien any way you slice it. Being a ginger gets love in Japan, though, I feel. That's what my wife says, that it's like a rare thing and they really like it here. Did I ever travel to China or Taiwan? No, I haven't. I don't think I'll ever go to China. It looks like a really cool place, but knowing that I would be supporting like the Chinese economy and therefore the Chinese Communist Party, just, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. I don't like playing Chinese games for the most part. I had what you call the Killing Antidote. I ended up playing just for the free demo, and then I bought it, and I'm like, I'm kind of going against my own shit with this. When my buddy on the finals acts like Spectre, always antsy in there. Listen, this is the move. This is the Spectre move right here. There's a mod for ORC that rebalances weapons and makes the enemies less spongy. I can't touch the game without it anymore. Emily K. Should I look for that? Should we do that real quick and see how good it is? Let's put it to a vote. If you're in chat, you say the word dork in chat. If we should look for that mod and just mod it in real time and see if it is way better. Because that sounds cool as fuck, honestly. See, and now my shit is not sensitive enough. What's going on here? It's like this, the sensitivity of the game is changing on a whim. I was born with red hair and pale skin and a ton of moles. Sadly, as I aged, my hair faded to brown and now it's black. Oh, interesting. From red to black. It's quite the transition there. A lot of dorks in chat. I think it goes without saying that we should get the Shrek mod. I think that probably doesn't need to be said. You can mod in real time. We can do it. We can crack the fucking code, break into the Matrix. All right, let's do it. Fuck it. If we're modding, we're modding. Okay, so what is the name of the mod that we're looking for? Who said that in chat? Emily K. What's the name we're looking for? You know what? We'll do this. Let's okay, yeah, I was about to say I can't go to exit. Let's change to this. There we go. And we will in real time mod this video game. We should put on some music. Let's put on some music while we're sitting here. What's not going to get me copyrights? I'll use my own shit. Fuck it. We'll do it live. I know we're playing on PC right now. Oh, God, the fucking flashbang in my face. Jesus Christ. Okay, I have my own little game OST thing. Let's do this. I would love to just put on some fucking heavy metal right now. I don't want to get copyright killed. Okay, let's turn it up. I have my... Here we go. Some RE2 music? Nah, I'm not feeling that. Okay, that's good. All right, let's see. Prepare to Die edition on Nexus. All right, sick. Let's look it up. In the meantime, what should we be talking about? What's the discussion topic for the day? Nexus Mods has such a fucking problem on my Chrome browser. I think it's because I'm logging in from Japan or something. All right, so Prepare to Die edition. Let's see what we got. All right, Prepare to Die edition. Here we go. Jared, I'm slightly overweight. Do Japanese people treat people differently if they aren't skinny? I don't know about treating people differently, but Japanese people do tend to be very conscious of people's weight. I miss this game so much. You have to tell me how to make it work. Wisdom's optional. There is a Games for Windows Live fix. It's GFWL fix for Operation Raccoon City. You know what? Here, since I might as well. Let's see if we can find it. Live fix. Here we go. Hold on, let's see. No, that's not it either. Okay, I can't link to my own Mega. Can I? Fuck it, let's see. What are they gonna do? Let's do this. I'm just gonna fucking... I don't know if YouTube will let me do this. Let's see, because I have it... I've had it in here forever. Let's see, where is it at? Where's it at? Fuck, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dude, I love this soundtrack so much. Who used to play Ragnarok Online? I think that's what this is, right? Let's see. Oh, where's my shit? There it is. Yeah, Ragnarok Online. I fucking knew it. Oh shit, do I not have it anymore? Yo, maybe I got rid of it. This is fucked up. Okay, hold on. Wait. I can fix this. We're still downloading the Operation Raccoon City mod, by the way, so we're not wasting time here. But I do have it backed up on my NAS. I did find the Games for Windows Live in the Steam forums, but it's a motherfucker. And if I still have it, and I think I do. Okay, here we go. So what I'm gonna do is... Let's see if I can't fucking upload this real quick. And then share link. Link settings. Okay. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't get me like kicked off of YouTube. Because everybody's asking about the Games for Windows Live fix. There it is right there. If you take the file that's in that folder and just drop it into your Operation Raccoon City install folder, you will be good to go. All right, Prepare to Die edition is finished. Let's look up the instrucciones. Am I just unraring this to the install? Let's see. Let's try a different song. Oh, hell yeah. Some Dead Aim shit. Why Why do you not have a fucking... like an FAQ of how I install this? I guess I'm just running it straight into the fucking thing. How often do you visit the arcades in Japan? Not as much as I used to, but I did find an arcade recently that is in Shinjuku that has Street Fighter 6, and I've been looking for a reason to get good at that, so... what am I doing again? Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, is it under Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's just drag and drop these motherfuckers over. And we are transferring. Val Capone, I'm doing well. How about you? Greetings from sunny Spain, Dante Poet. Thank you very much, dog. Just got back from the gym? Hell yes, that's the life I'm trying to live right now. Okay, we're replacing files and destination. We're almost there. What characters do you think about maining as a first instance in SF6? I'm curious. I chose DJ because I loved how much he seemed to enjoy himself. I don't like the proportions of DJ in SF6, and most of the time when I choose a character I want to main, it's literally about their proportions and whether or not they're like attractive to me. So I'll probably go either Cammy or Elena, I would imagine. But I'll try out a bunch of people. I didn't used to be about like grappler characters until I played Street Fighter V and got really good with Armika. So now I'm down to really try anything. Piña colada with fucking, what is that, $2? Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Cammy's my next go-to. Yeah, like, is there any way for me to find out if this is the Welcome to Hell edition? I guess if we start playing it and it doesn't play like shit. Already the mouse acceleration seems better. Let's restart the campaign. Let's see, because it should be easier, right? Listen to the Halo 2 anniversary soundtrack. You will love it. My wife is super into Halo. Man, I can't get into Halo myself, I'll be honest with you. It's never my cup of tea. I mean Cammy on every Street Fighter she's in. She's one of the best characters. Really fun and aggressive. See, I really like a kind of, not necessarily rush down, but a rush down style character. So I would love to try her out. All right, so if this has been improved on, we should make it should make the cowboy shotgun even more viable. And honestly, the lightning hawk, not fucking worth it at all. I failed at the super chat. Nah, no worries, dude. You did not fail at all. Okay, Gene's song specifically. I tell you what, if people super chat, it means that I am obligated to check out the song. So let me look it up real quick while we're doing our thing. Gene's song.
Alpha leader, we're in position.
Copy. Stand by.
Okay. Beach. Oh, Steve Vai's on it. Interesting. You should have fucking led with that. That's cool. Penguin Face says, I'm new to chat. You live in Japan? I do live in Japan. And welcome. Cammy has some good survival horror costumes in SF5. She does. I actually got a really cool modded costume for Armika that has her looking like Jill. It's super dope. Jared, your beard looks sleek. Thank you, man. Much. Oh, fuck. I forgot to switch over to my game. My bad. Hold up. I really have to change my macros so it stops doing that. There we go. I was so fucking close to continuing. All right, so we have just done the mod. Hopefully it makes this viable. Oh, really? Vi did the whole soundtrack for Halo 2? That's kind of cool. It changes the FOV. Am I crazy, or is the FOV way wider now? Somebody tell me I'm not insane. I have not even looked up what this mod does, but I can tell you right now my FOV is way different.
We're ready for action.
It's time to figure this shit out, boys. How come Capcom hasn't done a Hunk game yet? Because they're fucking cowards, that's why. Alright, so we're really long range with this. Let's see if it's viable. FOV is why. Okay. Hell yeah. Alright, so that's cool to see. This is gonna be sick. Let's fuck around. Alright, okay. We can work with this. We can work with this. Wow, and the aim doesn't jump around quite as much either. This is nice. Yeah, you're right, and enemies aren't as fucking spongy. I'm liking this. It would be nice if my bullets would hit them and not the fucking guardrails, but what are you gonna do? Dude, if I had this on 120 FPS, forget about it. I'd be nailing headshots.
Alright, let's move.
Indie Mouse used a FOV mod in his RE5 review. Interesting. Or RE5 video. What do you have installed? I forget the name of it. Fuck, I've already forgotten the name of the mod that we just downloaded and installed.
Put a frag on his troops.
Somebody please in chat. There we go, alright. Oh, you're supposed to take more damage as well. Interesting. Okay, I haven't gotten hit enough to find out whether or not that's the case. It does feel a lot nicer. I'm getting way less recoil on guns. This is kind of cool. I wish I knew exactly what the... Somebody, if you can, list the mod changes in the chat so I can know what to look for. I can understand people not being able to go back to default after having these mods, yeah. Like, one of my favorite games of all time is Stalker, and I'm always gonna love it, right? But I almost never play that game unmodded, because I put, I mean, at this point, probably 700-800 hours into all three games. And I'm so tired of the default sound effects. So, like, I think that there are certain games where when you played them enough, you can't play them without mods anymore. Prepare to Die edition. That was it. Thank you.
We may run into special operatives before this is over.
Oh, okay. I gotta drop down. Hey, Fish Repair. How you doing? How long you been there? This is kind of dope. I need to know how you got the game to work, or is this being played on console? It is being played on PS2. If you scroll up in the chat, I sent a message. It's a download for the Games for Windows Live fix. All you have to do is throw it in your install folder, and the game boots right up. No problems. Always here, man. See, I like that attitude. Hell yeah.
Don't forget your training. If they get too close, use hand-to-hand combat.
I don't like that Hunk just insinuated that I would ever forget my training. Okay. This does make the fucking cowboy shotgun so much more fun and viable. Dude, this rules. Emily K, I think it was in chat. Thank you for suggesting this. This is fucking awesome. I am feeling it. This was worth restarting the thing over. Okay, so higher FOB, increased weapon range, decreased recoil, increased weapon damage for you and your enemies, tweak gamepad sensitivity for controller players. Nice. All right, hell yes. I'm feeling every bit of this. Pina Colada says, well, I gotta go. Take care, y'all. Make sure to listen to Gene's song. Absolutely will, dog. Thank you. Of course, Does Miracle's been doing a workout. Yeah, I gotta work out tonight, do a little bit of cardio, so that's gonna be the time for sure. Thank you, man. Have a good one.
A security breach. Avoid contact with unauthorized personnel.
That wasn't us.
Here's something that I've noticed. When sometimes I'll like listen back to like VODs for streams and stuff, and it seems like, and I want to know why this is the case, and I kind of refuse to do it, but when streamers have like a stream, like a goal on the bottom of the screen that says like, you know, if we hit this goal, I'll do this or whatever, that seems to make people do super chat. I wonder, is that like a psychological thing? Does that really cause people to do that more? That's very strange to think about.
Guard this door.
It seems like a weird thing for you to do though as a streamer, because then it's just like you're begging people at that point. I don't know. It's weird. I might actually play this game myself once again. It's honestly surprising and fun. Yeah, it's genuinely really good. You doing cardio at like 3 a.m.? Yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked, dude. It's really fucked up right now. And I have to do a voiceover tonight as well, so a lot of shit to be done, boys. A lot of shit to be done. I have a video for Obscure 2. Oh, I definitely am taking more damage. Yo, I got fucked up. Okay, this is cool. I'm liking this. I gotta fucking play smarter now. I can't run and jump like an idiot anymore.
But I won't just hand over my life's work.
It's gaslighting, manipulate. I genuinely feel that way, but I wonder, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're the type of person to be, I don't want to say tricked into, if that works on you, I feel like people are taking advantage of you by using it. I don't know, man. It's weird for me. That's a very strange idea. Like, it's always appreciated, and it's awesome when people choose to donate to my, like, that's fucking incredible. Because when you stop and you just think about it for a second, what that means, here is a person that's watching free content, understands the content is free, and at no point do they ever have to pay for it. And they're saying, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyways. You know, that's fucking amazing. That's really cool. But as a streamer or, you know, whatever you are, to like, I don't know, it feels very strange to ask people to do it. That feels like you're crossing a line with your audience at that point. Does that make any sense? I've donated to goals just to get the streamer closer to the goal. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be, but then I think about it and it's like, would I do that? I don't know. I don't think I've ever like super chatted or anything like that unless it was just like somebody that I liked, or I liked what they were doing or saying, or they were a friend of mine or whatever. I don't know. It's a very strange idea. Modern day social media super chat manipulation. Do you ever fart on Japanese train when it's fully loaded? I don't. And honestly, I should. Respect for a fellow night owl. Yeah, that's me, dude.
The upper levels are secure. All above ground escape routes are
You're not Dark Side Phil or Wings of Redemption. That's the thing. I would do so much better if I was them. I would be doing so much better financially. But you gotta wonder how those people sleep at night, man. It's like, fuck. Yeah, you're paying your bills, but dude, that's a fucked way to. With 5 gifted subs, thank you so much, Pina Colada. You're the best, man. For all of you who just became members, you get access to the Discord, the supporters Discord. If your email address isn't the same as your YouTube address, it's not automatic though. So feel free to. Now that you're a channel member, you can look at my community post for members only, and there is an invite to the Discord in there. Or you could send me a DM at Avalanche Jared and I'll send it to you. My Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City is laggy as fuck. How can I fix it? Love from Zimbabwe. Wow. I don't think I've ever had a viewer from Zimbabwe. That's awesome. I don't know how to fix it being laggy. I haven't found that to be a problem. What kind of a machine are you running it on?
This is not what we signed up for.
Come on, don't forget.
I don't mind supporting a streamer's goal, and if you can set short-term reasonable goals for content, someone I enjoy, I think there's no harm in that. I get it. And I think you're right. Like, especially if you know the person who's doing it is kind of like good intentioned and not a cunt or something. But I don't know. There's something strange about asking people for money, like straight up. I feel like I would feel much better about, by the way, again, thank you, Pina Colada. That's incredibly nice of you. If I were to ask people for things like a Patreon, or something that kind of like supports me as a content creator, it just feels weird to ask for straight up money transactions. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have the same problem with oh fuck. I have the same issue with sponsorships too. And I really don't think any of it makes any sense. And it's very possible that I am just crazy. But, you know, I could certainly be benefiting from getting, you know, doing sponsored ad reads and stuff like that. I just can't do it. I mean, I'm not saying I never will, because, you know, one day if the money is tough enough and, you know, I need to pay my bills, I need to make sure that, you know, my wife continues to be able to live a good life, and my cat has all the best fucking food that she can eat. You know, if that ends up happening, whatever, I'll have to do it. But I really hate the idea of it. Even though there's nothing wrong with it on its face. It's just like a weird personal thing. I'm once again exactly asking you for financial support. Oh yeah, streamers on TikTok, let's just say people on TikTok in general are a whole different fucking ball game. It's like a different type of human. What is... Oh, okay. Emily K says, life in Japan is just like Yakuza, and you get jumped by people on every street before a real life side quest. Honestly, I wish that was the case. It would be so much more fun that way. That's kind of my dream life. I recently saw a small streamer who set up a donation goal to upgrade her GPU. Homegirl was running a 17... Wait, you mean 1070? That was understandable. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the goal itself that needs to be reasonable. Maybe that is what'll do it for me. By the way, when I'm doing these streams, this is just a stream of consciousness. Basically, I'm having ideas and then running through them in my head, because this is what I'd be doing anyways. I'd be thinking about all this shit. I just wouldn't have an audience while I was doing it. So it's very easy for me to come up with an idea and then completely shoot it out of the fucking water immediately afterwards. Yeah, but you know what? If you're running a shit GPU and that's... Okay, yeah. You know what? That's probably the best argument that I've heard for a stream goal. Is if you're putting it back into the stream itself or the, you know, your business, whatever it is. Okay, let's see. Dante Masaru always coming in with the hard shit. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, Jaruto-san, REORCをプレイしていいんだ. Yeah, fuck yeah, it is. まあ、あまり、fuck. たくないゲームたんだけど、楽しいゲームと、本当に。I agree. I 100% agree. OK, 日本語で。Challenge. みんなはこのゲームをあまり好きじゃないけど、私は本当に大好き。アクションは、ゲームプレイは早いと、たくさんアクションがあるから。This is my butchered way of saying that everybody hates Operation Raccoon City, but I like it because it's very fast and has a lot of action. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I still couldn't understand the kanji in the middle there, but I got through it just by context. I basically treated it like a Japanese conversation. I will never stop you from playing this game. Hell yes, I appreciate that. I'm so glad I got Korean ancestry instead of Japanese because I can't read kanji for shit. Yeah, I heard Koreans got rid of their like calligraphy style lettering and basically use the Korean version of hiragana all the time. But honestly, kanji is very rewarding to learn. Sentences are so hard to parse and understand with hiragana alone. People used to say that, and I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I figured they were just talking shit. But that genuinely is the truth. Like, sentences without kanji are fucking almost impossible to read. Oh, fuck. Okay. That was good. Alright, you guys, stop him. Also, just a warning, there's a fight at the end of this chapter, I think at some point towards the end, the lab section. Crash nearly every single time. No, we've gotten past it so far. Oh, shit. Fuck my shitty, stupid ass. I'm really liking the difficulty tweak here. This is nice. Oh yeah, reading sentences in hiragana is like almost impossible depending on the type of sentence it is. You can't express like complex ideas in hiragana basically. Let's see, let's do that. Okay, let's update Dante Masaru in Japanese. 最近このゲームのモッドインストールしたばかりから今もっと難しいになりました。ひらがなだけを見のはが Okay, so I can't read towards the end. Of that comment. Hold on 1 second. I really wish there was an RE Engine version of this game. Oh my god, that would be fucking heaven, dude. Imagine. I guess not. If your name's Emily, I probably shouldn't call you dude. I'm really looking forward to like future missions now that we have this mod. This is dope as fuck, dude. I'm super into it. Amaranth Saturn, catch a stream in the morning, drink a coffee. I'm right there with you with a fucking energy drink. Dude, Universal? Hell yeah, it is. Absolutely. Okay, so, alright, so that's Muzakashi. Okay, I've never seen the kanji for Muzakashi, but I kind of assumed that's what it was. So I got the hiragana and dake o yomi no wa, and then I don't know that kanji. Something ni Muzakashi. I really, honestly, I do need to get better with my reading skills. But it's so easy to just sit around and do fucking nothing. So should we keep the cowboy shotgun? Because it is fucking baller as hell, and I really do enjoy the double-barreledness of it. And let's try the perforator out, because maybe now it'll be actually viable. Let's do a timed sticky explosive, because that seems way cooler. Before you're mentioning something about mods, about how difficult installation's been. No, we installed a mod to increase the difficulty of the game. I love how your streams turn into a tourist board for Japan. Oh yeah, dude, they really do. You know, it's a fucking subject I love talking about, and it's something that's like not normal. You know, it's like outside the norm. So I get a lot of chances to talk about it, because when people hear you live in Japan, it's like that's all they want to talk about, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. Riot guns, best shotty in the game. Okay, let's. I feel like I zoom in way further with this mod too, but that could be just me. Oh, you know what it is? Because the FOV's further out, so the zoom in looks further in. We're going into the cold zone. Children do yearn for the weeb hype, and they will get it. I don't give a fuck. I'm up in this bit. Yo, let's go. What's up? I think it's certain guns have certain, like, mouse acceleration tied to them or something. This game is like Stalker in the sense that the fucking engine could educate people on how computers work. Japan has to be, the country has to be the most fascinating country to all gamers. It should be. It is really amazing being here and being on the train. Sony was having like a 20th anniversary thing, and you're riding the train just going to, you know, a dentist appointment or something, and you get to see advertisements for Sony's 20th anniversary and like people playing video games on fucking commercials and stuff. And like that's more common in America and in the West nowadays. But when I was a kid, the idea of like seeing video games be really popular with people in mainstream sort of media, that was like a pipe dream. Never could I imagine something like that. Right now, how do we cut Boss Man's power remotely? Wait, don't do that. Fuck, why? Oh, because you're gonna stop me. Okay. I forgot what I named this stream for a second. Have to study, so I'm gonna have to have you as cozy background. I mean, dying zombies, grunting, help you concentrate. It's true, absolutely. Hell yeah, study it up. I hate how this is one of those games that emulates gamepad inputs for. Yes, exactly. I talked about that when I covered this game. That's what I figured, because I took the laser and I moved my mouse around, and it's less so now, but you can almost feel that that's what they're doing. When you hit diagonals, yeah, you can feel it. Wow. So diagonal is way less sensitive than just left and right. I'm going to try to move the same exact amount. So that's left and right. And then diagonal is way slower. That's crazy. This game was the shit for me when I was younger. Hell yes, it still is. I got news for you. They'll never stop me. I'll keep playing this forever. We're going to put another 100 hours into this tonight. Fuck it. What's the latest controversy? You guys update me. What's everybody pissed about right now? God damn it, this game is so much more fun now. Emily K has changed up the game. Both figuratively and literally. Yeah, fuck it, I could play through the DLC as well. I never got past the garage part. That's such a cool fucking section where they're crawling up from underneath the thing. The Hava situation is wild. What's that? Hava? Pissed at your Star Wars day for sure. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. You know what it is? This is my reasoning, and I stand by it. I watched so much media that was inspired by Star Wars that I think did a lot of the ideas better, that when I finally watched Star Wars, it was just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I really got into Firefly, and even more so the movie Serenity. And it's like, to me, that was my Star Wars. And then watching Star Wars, I'm just like, you know, it's like, it's not terrible. I just don't see what all the fuss is about. Boom. Suck it, idiot. Fuck, I missed him. I'm trying to, like, track him with my shots. Just want to say that you introduced me to Signalis, and that game is currently one of my favorite games of all time. Thanks for the recommendation. That and Crow Country, two amazing video games. I haven't played Signalis since they added more inventory space, and I'm really excited to see how that changes things. And I'm definitely not being a dick to the developers or anything like that, because they were really awesome. They worked with me while I was making my video on it, and they gave me access to the soundtrack, which they did not have to do. Incredibly nice people, and the fact that they made it themselves is like just two people out of this world. But I will say I feel a little smug, because I told them, I was like, listen, when you release this, I think it would be a good idea for you to increase the inventory space, because I think that's going to be a massive factor for people. I didn't have as much of a problem with it, but I tend to be way more forgiving of those standard survival horror mechanics than a lot of other people can be. And it's easy for me to forgive things that a lot of other people would not be so quick to forgive. And I remember the developers answered back, and they're like, listen, it's a core part of the game, something we really focused on balancing specifically for that number of inventory slots, so we just can't do it. And I was like, hey, fair enough, you know, it's just a suggestion, but like, I love the game, it's amazing, blah blah blah. And then they ended up changing it because your boy was right. Oh fuck, why didn't you do it while I was... Bertha. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to get the frag grenade, please. Star Trek is more philosophical and deep than Star Wars. They even discussed some thoughts that... I will tell you one thing. It's mostly, like, Star Trek is so old 70s nerdy for me. I don't think I could ever get into it. Wouldn't that be like watching new horror films before the goats and then going back and thinking Halloween, Friday the 13th, etc. sucked? Not necessarily. I mean, I guess, yeah, technically it's the same idea, basically. But it makes more sense in my head. I think it's because sci-fi is a lot harder to pull off with less resources. And Star Wars was working under a budget that was not very high comparatively. On top of that, you know, for me, sci-fi is such a visual medium. I think, you know, Blade Runner visually is so much better of a movie than Star Wars in terms of like feel and atmosphere. And it's probably just because the visuals were pulled off so much better in that movie. I'm a very visual creature, I'm starting to learn, but I think that's the issue. I can watch an old horror movie because a lot of horror is not necessarily built on how good the monster looks or whatever, but how atmospheric it is, and it can put me in its world despite it looking good or bad. But with sci-fi, for me, I need it to look a certain way, and I think only recently, you know, in like the late 80s, have filmmakers been able to do that really well. He just kept staring at dead Vector, didn't do anything else. I love this game. Alien or The Thing? I can rewatch Alien. I'm sorry, The Thing way more than I can rewatch Alien, but they're both incredible.
But we still need to destroy the
There's not a bad movie in that duology or whatever. And you know what? I'll come out and say it. I thought fucking Alien 2 was... okay, not as good of a horror movie as Alien, right? But I find it to be like a better movie than Alien. But this is coming from someone who actually enjoyed Alien 3, and I kind of liked it. I thought it had a lot of the atmosphere of Alien in it compared to like the Aliens sort of more action type of approach. And the idea of like a prison planet of like fucking celibate religious fanatics and people who are kind of like either doomed there via, you know, performing illegal acts, or the guy who has cancer. You know what I mean? Like, I thought there was a lot of cool stuff going on in that movie, and everybody seems to hate it. I'm torn like a chest burster on that one. It's honestly, it's understandable. Yes, dude, you could do a fucking handgun only run with this mod. I love it. Event Horizon? Fair enough, it's an amazing movie. I think for me, more than horror, I like psychological thrillers, or at least psychological elements, which is probably why The Thing is so good for me. I like for there to be a psychological component to the horror in my stuff, which is why I enjoy the story for Silent Hill so much. Yo, the entire top half of his body just gets fucking deleted. Hell yes. I've had this idea for a Terminator movie in the more horror-esque style of Alien. It'd be sick. That would be dope as fuck, yeah. I think people hate Alien 3 because the movie kills Newt and Ripley's new boyfriend extremely quick. That makes sense, yeah. I understand that completely. They do it off screen. You know, I can understand that, yeah. But if you sort of accept that and continue on, like, it's a good movie. Did you ever see the episode of The X-Files that just ripped the thing verbatim? No, I didn't actually. I don't really remember a shit ton of X-Files episodes, except for one where Mulder was out on his own because Scully was injured, and he came across like these insects that were crawling inside of people, but Scully kept being able to explain away a lot of the stuff to like drug hallucinations and some guy dying on the toilet. And I remember that fucking beat for beat for some reason, even though I haven't seen that episode in 20 years. But I can't remember a lot else about the X-Files other than that episode specifically. Any tips for learning kanji? NJJ, it's kind of boring, and it's the one that everybody says, but you truly will not remember them until you write them over and over and over again. So what I would do if I were you is, if you have like a commute to work, or you're always going somewhere, load up a flashcard app on your phone like Anki or something like that, and just visually go over kanji. But at some point you should probably, like once every other day, if not every day, take 10 kanji and write them over and over and over again, and say them while you're writing them, and then look for sentences that use that kanji so that you can see it after you've written it. But yeah, it sucks. I want that not to be the case, but writing kanji is almost the only way. Popping them. Did you see the guy who made the third-person camera for Silent Hill 2 and 3 was working on a co-op mod for 4? Ooh, that would be kind of sick, actually. I still haven't gotten around to playing either of those, and I really want to. Yo, maybe you could rewatch X-Files. Honestly, I'd be down for that. I watch a lot of Grimbeard's videos, and it's kind of hard to watch his videos without getting a yearning for old X-Files nostalgia. Maybe if there's like a online episode list of just like the must-watch shit, cut out some of the filler or the less fucking awesome episodes, that'd be dope.
Looks like fun. But we have a mission, yes?
Hamakarm says, man, I like your beard. Thank you. I've been trying to grow it out, but every time I do, I end up thinking like, okay, I don't like the way it looks. I'll just trim it a little bit, and then it's short as fuck, and I end up shaving it off. I'm trying my hardest to fight the urge lately. I think the last stream that I did, I was talking about how I was trying to do that, and I ended up trimming it anyways. Oh, radicals, yeah, that's actually a good point. Radicals really help with kanji, because if you can remember the reading for a specific radical, then even if it's a totally different kanji, if it has that radical in it, the reading will oftentimes be the same. It's not always the case, I don't think, but radicals definitely help out. And I think that that'll be easier to see too once you've written kanji a million times. It's really easy to recognize, like, oh, okay, I know this one because I've written it a trillion times. Yeah, Grimbeard's the best, dude. He's really awesome. As a matter of fact, if you go back and watch early Grimbeard episodes, I was supporting him on Patreon for like a year, and I was like, ooh, I can hear my name at the end of the video. That's pretty dope. Meaty shotguns, pulpy headshots, flashy karate, edgy characters. People don't like this game. Exactly, dude. Exactly. I'm telling you, we're fucking teaching motherfuckers here. Oh, really? Past season 7, Mulder's not in it? I never even knew that. That's crazy. Dude, I really don't remember much of that series. That's wild. You know what would be really dope is if I could get some like X-Files VHSs, because I'm trying to set up a CRT room where I could just like watch 90s movies and shit. You know what I mean? What would be really nice if I could get like a fucking big ass like VGA CRT, like a fucking PC monitor. And here's the idea for anybody who gives a shit, which is nobody. I would like to take the RetroTink 5X that I have. Oh. Yeah, please continue. Anyways, I have a spare RetroTink 5X, so I was thinking, okay, I could set that to 480p, get an HDMI to VGA adapter, which are pretty easy to get a hold of, that are high quality. You know, you can get a high quality VGA to HDMI, or vice versa, HDMI to VGA adapter pretty easily. Then I could plug into a VGA monitor, line double 240p content to 480p, and then have some really crisp looking footage for things like VCRs and shit like that. And then I can like have a little CRT room where me and my wife can watch like fucking Speed or True Lies or some kind of like 90s movies that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. And if that's the case, I could start watching like TV shows from back then. That'd be sick. Stop this nonsense, Jared. Your family loves you. I made a promise to myself and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to love this game to the day I fucking die. I feel like people didn't like the game because it's a shooter instead of a survival horror. If the game wasn't sold as an RE title, it would have been more liked. I think that's part of it. I think also at the time this game came out, we had entered into a period of the gaming zeitgeist where we had so many dumb multiplayer-centered shooters with cover mechanics, and it was also at a point where criticizing video games for being very much of the era was so profitable that it was like a perfect storm, I feel like. You had, you know, the angry video game review was still really popular at the time. And then you had personalities like Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation, who, you know, basically made his money shitting on games. And still does. And then you also had a sort of fatigue of this style of video game. And I think both of those things combined together into this perfect storm of an amount of deserved and undeserved hate for the game. Yeah, exactly. Watch Twin Peaks the way that God intended on VHS on a CRT. Yeah, I want to set up like a nice stereo system for it and shit. That'd be really fucking fun. I think the game mostly failed because the team did a janky job. It's true that this was really tough on launch. It was not in good shape on launch, on PC or console. So that is definite. Oh, fuck. I didn't. No. I don't want to do that. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try out. Yeah. Let's see how viable the assault rifles become with the new mod. We need to try some new shit. I genuinely feel the Outbreak games would have succeeded much better if they were on the OG Xbox. Yes, for sure. The online infrastructure was so much stronger there. It's basically non-existent on PS2. Yeah, I could not agree with that more.
Is this what a brother's worried about?
Man, I'm gonna try just not going to sleep tonight. Fuck it. Who needs sleep, man? It's for the weak. I'll tell you that much right now. I knew people that slept. Guess what happened? They died. Oh, Oh, you know what? I forgot I have my sticky grenades I haven't been using. I love me some Crunchy Pixels, audio, and CRTs. Hell yeah. I'm trying to find a really good CRT at like a secondhand shop here in Tokyo. Me and Josine have been on the lookout for a VCR and a nice secondhand CRT. Although I would probably have to have it delivered. And I've only ever had that done like an IKEA before. So it'd be interesting going to like a book off and figuring out how to set up deliveries. That would be a new experience for us. I finally have office space again, which means my 27-inch 89 Mitsubishi Fat Boy gets to come out and play. Hell yeah, dude. I used to have JVC iArt CRT. That thing was so big. It was so fucking dope. It was huge. And it was one of those flat screen CRTs. What was the terminology for that? Was it flat screen, flat panel? I don't know. Either way, that JVC iArt was fucking goated. Just so goddamn good. And then on the other side of the wall, my wife had a Samsung. It was like a 19-inch. It was very small, but its component picture was really nice because of how small it was. It didn't stretch the picture out too much, so I hooked up my PS2 to that. Where's the other one, motherfucker? I'm trying to save up for a 6-month language study trip in Tokyo, just studying the language at home for now. Homu, that's honestly an amazing idea because I taught myself Japanese for a very long time and I thought I knew Japanese until I came to this country and learned it at a language school, and then you find out how much you don't know. I think that's honestly a really good idea. If you can save up the money, it's well worth it. I can tell you the school that I went to is called Kai, Kai, Kai Nihongo School. It is an incredibly fast-paced program, like wildly fast-paced, but you will learn fast at Kai. And I really like the teachers there a lot. And it's just a really cool community. You get to meet all these people from all these different countries that you would never be hanging out with otherwise. I have friends now from fucking Spain and Ukraine and like these places I've never been to before. I have a buddy named Naki from Korea who doesn't speak any English, so we have to speak Japanese to each other. And it's just this, it's an amazing way to learn the language. I highly recommend it. Jared, check out Jungle Rot. Here's the crazy thing. Somebody told me to check out Jungle Rot. They sent me a Twitter DM. I was checking it at the station. I was meeting my wife for some dinner. And I was wearing a shirt from the band Jungle Rot. It was an incredible fucking coincidence. Say something in Japanese. Never. I will never ever. Let's see. What can I say in Japanese? 今黒いの T シャツを着ています。Yo, yo, yo, Angel. What's up, dog? How we doing? Think you'll get a kick out of the Doom Dark Ages intro? Yeah, I'll check it out. I've seen gameplay of that, and you know, I feel like such a fucking asshole for the stupidest reasons I do and do not like stuff. I don't like all the colors in that game. It fucking weirds me out. I don't like it. By the way, Mouse, when are you coming back? You know what? Do you bowl? Let's fucking bowl. I've been bowling a lot lately, and I think I finally figured out how to be like consistent at it. Because for the longest time, I would get a strike and then get like 3 gutter balls, and I would not know how I did either of them. But I think I'm starting to figure it out now. And now I've been really wanting to bowl a lot. So we could definitely get some bowling done. Oh, hey. My little baby girl came to visit. Subarashi. I think he said he's taking shots now in Japan. Oh shit. Jared, can you translate famous Japanese anime memes? It depends on the meme. Depends on how complex the Japanese is. I'll tell you one of my biggest accomplishments was because for the longest time, my argument has been that Silent Hill 4 started as a generic horror game and was folded into the Silent Hill universe because obviously that game was never going to get funded as a random, unaffiliated video game that had nothing to do with Konami's major horror franchise. So if Akira Yamaoka was going to work on a new horror game, it was going to have to be a Silent Hill game, right? So that's always been my argument, and it's because we have a translated interview from, I think it was one of the directors of Silent Hill 4, The Room, and the interviewer says, we've heard that Silent Hill 4, The Room started out as not being a Silent Hill game. Is there any truth to that? And then the person said, yeah, that's actually true. And for the longest time, the cope has been, oh, that was mistranslated. You don't know what you're talking about. I translated the fucking interview. That's the exact thing that he fucking said. So that's been my big fucking accomplishment in terms of Japanese and translation. Silent Hill F may be great. You know, it doesn't look bad in any way, shape, or form, but I'm a little skeptical. I don't know if the Japanese village thing hits the same way as the town of Silent Hill. Like the New England resort town gone wrong. Something about that viscerally is just so cool, and I don't know that a Japanese village hits the same way personally. Could be wrong, and I hope I am. I forgot how to use that. Do you have mods on this? Gameplay looks smoother. Yes, I do, actually. We installed a mod called something or die, or I fucking forgot again. But it basically tweaks gun damage. It makes the game harder. And it makes, it tweaks like range and stuff like that. It's fun as fuck. It was Blaustein? Okay. I'll be honest with you, I hate Blaustein, but whatever. I'm excited for F because it seems to lean into Shinto religious beliefs, much like Silent Hill leans into Native American religious beliefs. I'm going to give it a try, and I'm excited for something new in Silent Hill. But I do fear that the lack of that, seeing Americana viewed through the lens of a Japanese person is what really, even when I didn't know that was the case, that's what really drew me into Silent Hill. And I don't know if it's going to be the same as a outsider looking into Japanese culture. You know what I mean? That's basically my everyday experience anyways. I am a fucking tank charging through the battlefield right now. And don't go stop. There we go, I did it. And yet here I stand, enjoying the fuck out of this game. Dude, I love it so much. This mod makes it so much more viable. I used to play a shotgun build just because it was like more challenging than just like headshotting everything with assault rifles, but holy fuck, it's a whole new game with this mod. I feel like we've seen enough of Silent Hill by now. I get that, and you're not wrong, but I don't know that it still goes as hard, you know what I mean? Oh, they must make it so that you rank up faster too or something, because that was a lot of EXP. All right. I don't think I need to change the samurai edge. That's too good. Let's look at what we got here. Should we keep using... Oh, what was... It was the riot gun that everybody said was dope, right? Let's try the riot gun out. Is it pump action? It is. Okay, good. So that'll still kind of limit us so that we're not just running through. No problem. All right, sick. Yeah, the Silent Hill tram is def taking a risk, but Akira Yamaoka is on board, so at least the music will be on point. That is true. Even with the Western Silent Hill games that weren't that great, like Homecoming and Origins, the soundtracks were amazing. It's like the difference between Final Fantasy games and Elder Scrolls games. It's the lens that the Western fantasy tropes are viewed through. Yeah, for sure. That's actually a really good way to put it too, because I never thought about that. But yeah, I like the Japanese look at the typical Western, like, swords and sorcery type of deal. But I don't like Western RPGs at all. I prefer turn-based JRPGs, even though, you know, the ideas are essentially the same within them. But I like the lens that you're viewing the content through. So there's something about it. It's just very, very cool. It looks like way less spread on the riot gun. That's dope. For a second, I misheard you. I thought you said Resident Evil built itself on Shinzo folklore. We all know that. I mean, that's part of... More shotgun rain. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. I've been reading a visual novel with old Japanese village-style horror called Kara no Shoujo 2. And it has an immaculate mood, even as an American, so I think it's possible. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely possible, and I hope that it does. I'm just like, I have, not reservations necessarily, but like a worry. You know what I mean? I don't care, dude. Come on. It's like how Japanese America is the best America. It's true. You got to be the American that the Japanese people think you are. Yo, riot gun fucks. Riot gun fucks. I got to serve my wife the divorce papers. I'm marrying this now. If Resident Evil was built on religion, I need to know what the hell a biblical Wesker would be. A combination of both Satan and Jesus. The best combination. Wesker had to die for our sins. Can I admit something to you guys? I think Code Veronica Wesker is super dope, and I like that he's flying around and using like powers and stuff, but I hate him and everything else. Be Johnny Bravo. Love that guy. You know what was better than Johnny Bravo though? Cow and Chicken. That was a fucking show. Sorry, babe. Operation Raccoon City gives me it's a different kind of love. I'm always gonna love you. But I'm in love with Operation Raccoon City. It's easy to worry because Konami's really good at fumbling the best opportunities ever. Yeah, nobody is more surprised about Silent Hill 2 Remake being good than me. It's just Konami has never handled a situation properly in their lives, so it had no business being good. And then the fact that it was Bluebird Team who had fumbled fucking games before, it's just like it was a perfect storm and it should not have worked. There was no reason that game should be good. Coming from a guy who does nothing but shits on Western developed Silent Hill games, there's no part of that situation that should have worked. Oh, dude, Action League now. What was the diver? Something diver? He's super stinky. Fuck, what was his name? I forget. There's the Flesh. Oh no, I think I only know the Flesh's name. Is this Stinky Diver? No, something Diver. Oh, dude, Two Stupid Dogs is great. What a fucking intro song. Two stupid dogs. Two stupid dogs. Two stupid dogs. Just like completely out of fucking key. Stinky Diver, I was right. Hell yeah. Ooh, super stinky. Meltman? Is Meltman one of them? Thunder Girl. Okay, I remember Thunder Girl. Yo, one shot him. Dude, I totally forgot about Action League now. Things were way better in the past. You guys ever notice that? How things are shitty now, but they used to be better. Captain Planet. I never got into Captain Planet very much. Although it is funny that that's like that's why Duke Nukem changed the spelling of his name, because there is a character on there called Duke Nukem. I love the concept of Wolfpack and Vector. Yeah, I think it has legs. I feel like this could continue on in a Resident Evil spinoff and do really well. I think if Silent Hill is going to start branching out and doing different cultures, we absolutely need a Euro SH with Argento influence. Oh my god, dude, that'd be sick as fuck. Italian-ass fucking horror. That would be super fucking dope. Since I'm a freelance artist myself, I'm kind of curious about your work. Language study ratio there. Has it been stressful, or have you got everything under control? So I will say that all of the gray that's in my beard right now, 85% of it came in when I was in language school. But the reason why, I was working on YouTube full time and I was doing language school full time, but I couldn't dedicate, full time to both. So I essentially could only work on language school stuff at school. So I couldn't do any homework because I had to do YouTube while I was at home. And I had to learn all of my Japanese strictly while I was in class. And that made that shit stressful as fuck. But if you save up money so that you can kind of live for a few months without needing to work a full-time job, I would imagine you would have a much easier go of it. But for me, for the specific way that me and my wife had things set up, it was pretty stressful. Give me a Latino American Silent Hill with La Reina as monster. Argentinian lobisomos. There are werewolves. Interesting. I never heard that word before. The entirety of this game is a cool concept. I'll never forgive RE4 for killing Umbrella off screen. I've said it, dude. I hate that so much. Umbrella had a lot more to give. They had a lot more to give. And I think that we could have seen some kick-ass shit from Umbrella. And we were robbed of it. Serving zombies with $5. Thank you very much, dog. Speaking of CV, can we have your best Steve Burnside impression? I guess you'd only slow me down. That's the best I got. I could say sorry for you real quick and give you a nice Canadian sorry. It's a little too late for me to be screaming father right now, but I could have probably gotten that one pretty good. I like being able to two-shot Crimson Heads. This is dope. By the way, this is the time during the stream that I like to say thank you so much for anybody who supports this channel in any way. Commenting, liking, sharing videos, things like super chats or joining up as a channel member or Patreon. There's a bunch of channel members. You see them in the chat. They have like the thing next to their name and stuff. It is incredible that I'm able to do what I'm able to do. And the fact that there are people who are willing to help me do that is incredible. So very much appreciated to everybody. Everybody who's watching right now, if you like the stream or if you shared a video, if you've ever joined up, it's fucking amazing. And I can't tell you how much it means to me. So very much appreciative of all of you.
Command! The chopper is down. We do not have the EMPs, and this place is coming down.
Do not let Nikolai get hold of those EMP charges. Get to that crash site.
I'm gonna pop off to the gym. I'll miss y'all. I'll throw in some extra reps for the homies. Have to. Hell yes, dude. Do it for me. Extra gains for Jared. I'll be in the gym momentarily. I'll be there with you spiritually. Leon, man, that time at Raccoon City was rough, and I have to say the president's daughter. Oh, by the way, Umbrella's fucking dead. I'm glad other people feel that way about Resident Evil 4. I've always felt like a fucking... like the only sane man in a crazy world because of that. It really, it's a very, it's, you know, I keep saying it, I worry that it's going to lose meaning if I keep talking about the same subject, but it's incredible. It's fucking wild that there are people who are willing to give money to, like I said, I'm not charging anybody for this stream. No one here has to give me money for any reason. There's nothing here that demands your money. You know what I mean? Like there's you won't get anything for it. It's incredible that that's a thing, that like it's just the fact that I'm able to do my job genuinely and only because of the kindness of strangers. It's a wild idea. And it's never lost on me, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. I never wake up and go like, oh, this is such bullshit. I have to make these YouTube videos. It's an incredible endeavor because there are people who watch them, who get some sort of value out of them, and who are willing to pay for a free product. Like, that's the biggest compliment you can get. John Miller the Killer. Thank you so much for the $5, Doc. Exactly what I was talking about. You should spit some nerdcore tracks to games you review, and that's what I'd do. Honestly, not a fucking bad idea. I've thought about starting a band here in Tokyo and getting my vocals back and then like pimping out some songs about like Silent Hill or Resident Evil or something like that and using that to... Because I've been needing to get my fucking vocals back for a long time. And a really good excuse to do that would be having a band and then putting stuff out on YouTube so that people would have to hear it. Oh, fuck. They still magnetized you. Nice. Carlos is a real one. Absolutely right. The anti-DSP streamer. Yeah, like that's what kills me too, is there are people who take this shit for granted. And it's like, I don't know how you can get to a point where you do that, man. This shit is fucking wild, dude. I get to wake up in Tokyo. I get to walk outside and go to like a fucking kebab stand and get breakfast and come back and play video games and write scripts and respond to comments. And it's like, it's amazing being able to do this. And the idea that there are people out there who think it's owed to them is fucking wild. The glaze coming from Sharon right now. I'm on my knees looking up at you guys. We love you, Jared. We're going to keep making avalanches with you. Hell yeah, that's what we're here for. To review avalanches. Claire was in Revelations 2 at least. I need to replay that game. I've always been kind of hard on Rev 2 because Rev 1 was such a good mix of like RE4 meets RE2. And then Rev 2 went way further into like a weird RE4 modern video game stealth kind of thing. I need to give that another look for sure. I've been feeling a replay of that. That's what I should have installed. That would have been nice. You're pretty much the anti-locale? Fuck, I hope so. I hope I never end up becoming the pro-locale. My name is Jared. Pro Jared kind of made it so that it's tough for us Jareds out there. People are much more willing to bend over backwards to hate a game instead of letting some bad aspects of a game slide while still enjoying good parts. I agree very much. I'm a big believer in that. As a Stalker fan, I kind of have to be that way. Hey guys, I'm over here. We need to squad up. Yo, fire these fools up. Let's go. Yo, this is tense. I fucking love it. God, the Samurai Edge is so dope, dude. The Samurai Edge is so fucking dope. Fuck. Modern locales are new age Jerry Springer. More, yeah, for sure. There's something really interesting about watching videos covering locales, because it's like investigative journalism in a lot of ways. And because so many people put so much about their lives on the internet now, you have so much history to go through with some of these people. And you get to sort of see them, like, evolve into the worst types of people on planet Earth. It's kind of amazing. I really only enjoyed raid mode from Rev 2. Crazy how that, how every game since 7's been taking from Rev 2, though. You know, everybody loves raid mode. I don't think I played much raid mode in Rev 2. Wait, did I? No, it was 6 that I fucking loved the raid mode for. Did I play raid? Fuck, I can't remember now. Honestly, it's been a long time. Zip it up when you're done, little bro. Hell yeah, dude. Let me, real quick, just wipe it off. Any advice for playing Outbreak solo? Honestly, play on easy mode. That's about it. That's all you can do. That's how I played Outbreak for the entirety of its life, basically. I didn't have PS2 online, so I just... You know, if you don't have a fucking modem, you just got to play that game on easy mode because it is like damn near impossible.
Chopper crashed by that clock tower.
What version you playing? We are on PC and we are playing with the fucking. Why can't I remember the name of this mod? Something live free or die or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. From what I've seen, locales seem to come from neglected parents living in the suburbs, so madness ensues over the years. Yeah, that definitely is a component of it for sure. I think it's because we're coming into an era where, see, I grew up in a really interesting time because the internet existed, but it wasn't so widespread as it is now. So I think what we're seeing now is the culmination of a lack of social skills, teaching people what's socially acceptable and what isn't. God, that felt so good. It's really easy for somebody who isn't often around people to not really understand what kind of behavior is appropriate in certain situations or how to maturely respond to things like criticism. I don't know, man. It's a really interesting sociological experiment, the whole internet age, because now we've been in it long enough that, you know, there are kids alive now who would never know that there was a time without the internet. So yeah, I think locales are kind of a reaction, a natural evolution of unsocialized behavior running rampant, I guess. Prepare to die. Okay, there we go. It's so fucking easy, Jared. Jesus. Why can't I remember it?
Someone distract him with suppressive fire so we can move.
Yoko is the most broken character, but broken in Outbreak terms is kind of relative for sure. No, can I want this though. Fuck you, asshole. Dick ass. Okay, why is it that I can't fucking blow that up? Can someone please inform me? Social education is definitely rough with the reliance on the internet. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, honestly. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's right or wrong, because to be honest with you, pretty soon it is going to be the norm. And there's really not going to be much of an alternative. So it's not even like I can talk shit about it and be like, oh, it's so stupid. Because it's like pretty soon that's going to be the rule and not the exception. Wow, this boss fight was way easier. Unless it's not over yet. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think pretty soon it's gonna be a really special case when someone just knows how to act around people. And they're gonna be like the Giga Chad millionaires. They're gonna be the ones who like understand social cues and know, you know, when not to go too far with a joke or something. You should check out Blood Typers. Emily K. I did a video recently on, like a few months back, on Resident Evil style games, and Blood Typers was in it. Here's the problem though. In that video, I talk about how I still look at my keyboard when I type. I never learned my home keys or whatever. So, that game is actually really difficult for me. but it was still really fun. Arknark, have a good one, man. It's good talking to you.
Nikolai is not a private.
And my mom was right. It really is the damn computer's fault. It's these damn computers, dude.
We need to deactivate that power grid.
Y'all see the prices of the Steam keys for this game since they blocked buying it on Steam? Is it bad? I thought it was cheap as fuck, but I haven't looked at it. Alright, now where is my shotgun? Because I would like that back, please. The retro floor in that one Akihabara bangs, by the way. It even had typing zombie. Oh yeah, Typing of the Dead. Japan is the only place I've ever seen an arcade cabinet for Typing of the Dead. That blew me away. Game keys are hundreds of dollars? No fucking way. Really? Dude, that's wild. Why would anybody pay that for fucking Operation Raccoon? I mean, I love this game. I wouldn't do that. That's incredible, dude. Holy shit. Growing up, no one knew what ADHD or autism really were. It was just labeled as like bad kid or someone to watch out for, even though I never had any disciplinary incidents. Interesting. Yeah, I had ADD as well growing up. You know what was rough for me is I had dyslexia, but they were just like, yeah, we can't like do anything about it. So they're like, yeah, you have dyslexia. And I'm like, all right, sick. So what do we do? And they're like, you gotta like just try harder.
Management is not sure what's motivating Nikolai.
I don't know that there's anything you can do with it anyway. So it's just like, you shouldn't have even told me, honestly. I would have been fine not knowing. Just kept thinking I was stupid as shit. Man's voice is deep as fuck. We're talking about me? Nah. Hey, can I please? You know what is not anyone's fault, but is something I thought is really interesting. People do tend to compliment my voice a lot in my YouTube videos and when I stream and stuff. And it's given me a bit of a complex, and I've gotten really fucking anal about how I EQ my voice recordings in my videos and how my speaking patterns and stuff like that. And I think it's gotten to the point where it's like a detriment. And my voice doesn't sound as good because I end up fucking with it so much. Hey, Bertha? Can we... Thank you. Anthony Starr. I don't know who Anthony Starr is. It's a fun reaction to being told you have dyslexia. Oh, fuck. There's a motherfucker right there. That is one thing that also made a kanji a little more hard than it probably may have been otherwise, is dyslexia. Confusing, very similar looking complex lines for other easily confused complex lines is sort of a part of my brain chemistry. For example, if anybody here is ancient as fuck and they've seen the Sega CD versions of Lunar and Lunar Eternal Blue, the text boxes in those games use all caps. And I could barely play that game because each text box was filled with like similar looking characters of the same, like of a uniform size. And I had problems differentiating between sentences and stuff. It was wild. And then there was a mod that gave like the thing like mixed case, upper and lower case, and holy shit, it made the game playable for me. Oh, Homelander. Yeah, he would be perfect. That would be a perfect fucking Wesker. Base booster max to the... Okay, hold on. Let's do it. Here we go. We have to remember what it's on. Okay, 6.5 dB. How is it now? Is that good? Am I blowing your speakers right now? Do I sound like a radio DJ? Let's get closer. Let's activate the proximity effect. What's up, everybody? How we doing? This is Mega Bass Jared. Hopefully nobody's listening on subwoofers. They might be dead now. There we go. Back to normal. Dyslexia is why I can't math too good. Me too. I've had ADHD for 30 years, and I hate it when streamers keep saying I'm having an ADHD moment when they don't even have it. I recently got diagnosed with ADD. Well, I was diagnosed with it as a kid, but my mom... So at the time, Ritalin had a very... when my brother took Ritalin, it kind of affected his personality. And my mom and my dad were sort of like, you know, that's kind of scary. We don't want to do that with our kids. So they chose not to medicate us. And at the time too, this was in like the late 90s, mid 90s, early 90s actually. And ADD was a diagnosis that a lot of people were just sort of giving out willy-nilly. So my parents were sort of hesitant to medicate us for it. But then here in Japan, I had a doctor say, hey, like, you know, you got ADD, right? And I was like, yeah, I was diagnosed as a kid, but blah, blah, blah. And then they prescribed me Concerta, which I guess is like a new ADD thing, or new to me, because all I ever knew about was Ritalin. But it's pretty cool. It kind of gives you a little clarity, I guess, as opposed to... One of my biggest problems is leaving tasks unfinished, which is why I never get any sleep. Because when I go to sleep and I know that I haven't, you know, fixed whatever problem I was working on or whatever, it fucks me up. You know what I mean? So when I take that Concerta stuff, I can kind of just like be a human being, and it's pretty nice. Yeah, fuck algebra. Fuck that shit. You got fucking letters or you got numbers? Pick one, motherfucker. Japanese is really easy to speak and listen to as long as you understand Yoda speech patterns. Yeah, actually, that's really true. The sentence structure is fairly similar. If you speak Spanish, the sentence structure in Japanese will be much more familiar to you, actually, which is kind of fun. But I found speaking Japanese to be wildly easy compared to reading it. But, you know, it's fucking dyslexia.
It's Nikolai again?
But I think for a majority of it, though, it was just me being intimidated by written Japanese because I knew that I had dyslexia. So it might not have even been that necessarily was the case. It was just that I feared it so much, you know? Oh, I dove into the fucking zombies. There we go. So you can't change weapons when you're dashing. We know that now. Alright, let's go ahead and shoot you in the head a few times there. Go, buddy. So when someone does learn something with conditions, it makes me say, oh wait, hold on, let's see. Maybe I'm just venting now, but I really dislike when people say that they won't try to learn something because they have X condition, say that it's impossible. Yeah, I feel the same way. I sort of have a saying with a lot of shit. I use it for pretty much any restriction. But I sort of started it. I have really bad knees, right? And I'm like a 40-year-old now. And I skateboard every day, and I lift heavy weights, and I go to hardcore shows and do spin kicks like an idiot. And a lot of times people kind of are like, how do you do that at your age? Or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I've injured myself a lot. I have really, really fucked up knees that have needed surgery for a long time that I don't want to get. But I have this concept in my head that my body doesn't decide what I do, my brain does. And I take that towards everything. You know, it's like, oh, you have dyslexia? I was like, it's like, yeah, shit's going to be hard. Hard and easy are such relative terms. I don't give a shit about their existence, honestly. Like, oh yeah, it's easier said than done. It's like, yeah, but everything is. And, you know, like, how do I put this? For example, weight loss. People will say like, oh, I can't lose weight. It's a genetic thing for me. And that really upsets me because it's like, it being a genetic thing for you is totally true. People who are genetically prone to gaining weight will be genetically resistant to losing it. But hard for you quite possibly could be easy for another person who's worse off. So the concepts of easy versus hard are so relative, they're not worth considering. Easy or hard shouldn't even factor into your decision-making process. Do or don't, will or won't, I guess is more appropriate. So, you know, my wife gives me a lot of shit because I say that to her all the time because she'll say like, I want to, you know, fucking do a YouTube channel or something. I was like, okay. I can't imagine what's stopping you, you know? It's not about what's easy or what's hard or about what's accessible or, you know what I mean? Like, you're either doing it right now or you're not. And those are the only binary states that exist. Easy or hard they don't even fucking belong on the spectrum. I started doing this YouTube shit because it was interesting to me. And there are aspects of it that are harder than other jobs. There are aspects of it that are definitely easier than other jobs. But like that stuff doesn't even fucking factor into the equation. I enjoy doing it. I'll continue doing it, you know? I have dyslexia. I have learning disabilities. I learned Japanese because Japanese is a very interesting language and I wanted to know it. And that was it. That's all there is to it. I wanted to do it, and there you go. I don't like letting shit stop me from doing anything. I don't like it when law enforcement officers stop me from doing shit, and I definitely don't like it when something inside of me tries to stop me. I can't think of an easier way to get me to do something than to tell me I can't fucking do it. Join us on the spectrum, Jared. One of us. We all float down here. Never. Alright, maybe, yeah. How do you know I haven't been here the whole time? I take 108 milligrams of Concerta each day, which is the highest they can give you. Oh, wow. So I found out here in Japan, Concerta is like a controlled substance. It's like mega... I guess controlled is one way to put that. Which is pretty interesting because it's just like ADD meds. So it's, can you get fucked up off of that stuff? Like, why would someone want to abuse ADD medication? I guess is my question. Is that an ignorant question? Is there like a really obvious answer for that? Keep in mind I'm straight edge, by the way. I don't know about fucking drugs. Be gentle with me. Deaf mind over matter, anything. I feel that. I really do. Like, it seems like such a fucking obvious, like, greeting card saying, but really and truly, there is absolutely nothing. Just fucking decide you're gonna do it, man. And then you will, and that'll be it. Most powerful thing in the world is just you deciding it's gonna happen, and then that's it. It's gonna fucking happen. Oh fuck. And that's not even like one of those like bullshit ass, oh, you're capable of so much. It's like, fuck. I remember this is one of the most impactful moments I ever had. There was a teacher who was talking to me all my life. We're getting deep into it, gentlemen. We are getting deep into it right now. So for my entire life, I was always told by educators that I had so much potential. I have heard that phrase when I was young. I used to have I had learning disabilities and stuff. I had a lot of problems in school, and that sort of played out as a lot of behavioral issues as well. But I always heard when my mom and dad would have to go to like a teacher's meeting or like a behavioral whatever, like, listen, your son Jared has so much potential. He has so much potential. Always about potential, right? And I got so fucking tired of hearing that. And I remembered when I was in high school, I had a history teacher who pulled me aside and talked to me after class. And he was kind of, it was seeming like he was heading in that same direction. He was going to say that same thing. And he goes to start talking to me, and I was like, no, Jared, you have so much potential, right? Like, yeah, I've heard it a million times. He goes, potential? Fuck potential. Because my brother was a fucking drug addict. He had tons of potential. It doesn't mean shit. You just need to start deciding whether or not you're going to do something, because you're at the point in your life where you need to be doing something. And I was like, wow. Yeah, fuck potential. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter what you have potential for. Fuck it. Do something.
Copy that.
I don't know. I'm ranting. Let's stop.
Charges on the generators and knock out the power grid.
Jared, I'm curious. How do you feel about the Monty Hall problem after hearing your is or isn't philosophy? Monty Hall problem. Care to educate me on what that is? I quit Concerta. It worked to get me focused, but completely killed my artistic side. Interesting, huh? Turned into kind of a mindless zombie. Depression and not knowing who I was, not going down that road again. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't found that to be the case with me, but I don't take it every day. My doctor just told me to, sort of take it as needed, and it's worked pretty well in that sense. Yeah, that's wild, though. I would hate to have something sort of kill the creative side of me. That would suck. I'm not even all that creative. And that would fucking kill me. Yeah, I hear you. Fuck. Yeah, all I want to do is use that herb. Thanks for sharing, Jared. As someone with similar problems, I relate, and it makes me feel better that someone out here thinks that we're capable. Absolutely, yeah. And that's another thing, too. This is going to sound like a marriage counseling thing. My wife is constantly telling me, she's like, well, yeah, for you, it's easier because, like you're smart or something like that. And I'm like, I am no fucking smarter, better at anything than anybody else. I am just as fucking middle of the road as anyone else you've ever met in your life. It's just, it's what I've decided to like put time or effort into is the only factor. It has nothing to do with like an inherent ability. I don't think people are inherently smart. I think your background could probably push you into a situation where you're more likely to be interested in things. But I genuinely, I kind of don't believe in the idea of like inherent intelligence. I think that there are people who have put a lot of time and effort into something, and there are people who aren't. Like physically, sure, there are people whose musculature makes them more tuned towards certain things, like with bodybuilding. the length of your muscle beds and the aestheticness of your body layout is uncontrollable to you. And whether or not you're like in the top 1% of bodybuilding is almost not up to you. But whether or not you achieve a physique, you know, that is muscular and healthy and fucking skinny is 100% up to you. You know what I mean? So like there's sort of there are exceptions and there are rules, but I feel like for the most part there's absolutely nothing that a person can't do once they've decided they want to do it. Oh, hold on. Fuck. I'm getting my fucking ass lit up. Sometimes people don't thrive in educational environments, especially if you're more a hands-on kind of person. That is, I think, that was my problem. Because I truly don't understand things that I haven't put into my hands. Like I have a problem, you know, I have worked construction off and on for my entire life, and I've always had an issue with being able to see sizes in my head. Someone will be like, oh, that's 4 inches, and I can't tell you what 4 inches is. I have to viscerally sort of look at a thing that is 4 inches long. Don't ask why I brought up 4 inches specifically. There's no significance to that number. Don't suggest otherwise, please. Fuck. I'm infected. Alright, you know what? Let's just fucking blow this run then. Fuck it. Die. Lethal Kicks. I don't like your name. Yo, first time in the stream, and it's just minutes of you putting spitting straight facts. Love it. We need more bodybuilding, powerlifting, Jared. Whatever that you prefer. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of powerlifting. I think you're more likely to needlessly injure yourself in powerlifting. I'm a bigger fan of bodybuilding. Although I like the idea of powerlifting. I like the idea of like pushing yourself, doing what you have to. I don't like Olympic lifts though. I really don't like Olympic lifts. I feel like they're really, really dangerous, and the amount of muscle that they build has, in terms of efficiency, there's no contest between training each muscle individually versus like a really dangerous compound lift where you stand to lose a lot and gain a little. I'm a big believer in very specific muscle training. I feel like whatever you get done with a deadlift with your entire body, I can achieve better results with a similar amount of effort spread out across a few different days at the gym. And I run way less of a chance of injuring myself. Fucking stop. Don't. Asshole. Amaranth Saturn, thanks for hanging out, man. See you later. Maybe I'll keep the shotgun. I don't know, man. I'm fucking getting my ass kicked over here. But to be fair, I always end up getting to this part and dying a shit ton when we stream this game, so it's not like that's any different. Say what? Do I? My wife's saying that I'm not going to bed. I will not do it. I have to record a voiceover. You can't make me.
EMP charge set. Now for the second one.
I'm done playing games with your security service dog. Time to finish this.
You okay?
It's Nikolai again?
What did she do?
Quit. Incoming!
How did she scare herself? That poor girl. You've abused her. My best friend is a bodybuilder, but he's not gay. But hey, being friends is good enough. The muscle mass is not sustainable for bodybuilders in general. If this part is hard, you could stop pro level manipulation. It's working. I'm considering it. We are getting close to 4 hours, which is usually my cutoff point. So we may end up stopping here, but that's okay. It's not failure. We just now know exactly where the game's going to beat the fuck out of us. Yo, they're lighting his ass up, too. Okay, so now, here's what we do. Here's what we do. We have to immediately run our ass back up there and fucking take cover. Okay, don't do that next time. That's rule number 1. You know what? I think it's time. It's time to call it, boys. All right. I have to do a voiceover and I have to do cardio tonight. Thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out. Thank you for sitting here when I went through a fucking philosophical rant session. Did you get around to seeing the game Acre Crisis? It's like Dino Crisis with a bit of Jurassic Park Trespasser. No, but I'll put that in my shit. That sounds dope as fuck. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. Much appreciated. Thank you for anybody who super chatted or who joined as a channel member or liked the stream. Acre Crisis. Or if you subscribed or just fucking chatted, much appreciated. Everybody have a good night tonight. Make wise choices. Don't drive drunk. And since I'm back on the weight loss kick, you guys are too. We're going to lose some weight together. Ladies and gents, everyone have a good one. I will talk to you next time. Peace.